Here we are, we locked down in different cities, and our virtual connection falls apart. Guess it's been too many years since California. Now the memories of us is all I have. See, one day I'm gonna reach ya, take a plane for many miles. We pretend that time didn't pass us by when we're on Mulholland Drive. I know it won't be long before dawn, gotta be patient for a while. Someday we'll look at stars in distant sky when I'm on the other side. Take me back to the life that we once knew, when the walls weren't closing in like they are now. Cause it's been too many years since California. I wish I could get there, I don't know how. See, one day I'm gonna reach ya, take a plane for many miles. We pretend that time didn't pass us by when we're on Mulholland Drive. I know it won't be long before dawn, gotta be patient for a while. Someday we look at stars in the same sky when I'm on the other side.
Just take a breath and take it deep to show the world that you can see a life that's full of wonder, but it will never be enough.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, how y'all doing today? Welcome back, welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. How you boys all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. Oh my God, oh Felipe, my man, I almost had to shrink your name, but it looks like it just made the screen. How you doing, boys? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. Hopefully you got some groups, boys. Today is EU. Let's get some groups over for the EU right now. Sorry for being late. I got no good excuse. But yeah, we get the music move on, man. That's actually, this song was kind of a jammer, by the way. Also, discovered a new YouTube channel. Sort of kind of new, but not really new. But potentially new music in the mix, potentially, boys. Possibly this week. You don't really know. You know what I mean? Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. Let me get the music. Oh, it's gonna be loud, isn't it? That's loud. Let me know. Is this too loud, or could this be louder, chat? You guys let me know, because I don't know how it. I don't know. What do you know, Dal? Not a lot, man. I know that I'm excited for these 5v5 1v1s. Yo, I wonder if we'll get class changes like this reset or whatever, man. I wonder if they'll be doing any kind of tuning. Because so far, like, the class changes have been kind of quiet. But not like it's a bad thing. You know, I've been kind of enjoying, like, the meta. But I do wonder, like, are they just going to wait until, like, 10:05 to make some class changes? Because a lot of people have been asking, like, yo, are there any changes coming? Are they going to be buffing, like, anything that's underperforming? Or is it, like, status quo or whatever? I do like them changing stuff regularly, though. I feel like changing stuff while, like, a meta season thing is happening, probably not a good idea. But changing stuff, like, after World First Race, for example, is over, I'm fine with that. Hey, that was up, my man. Quit playing a while back at Canada. Came back for Dragonflight. Love the expansion. Love the content, man. Yeah, what's up, Cody? Hey, my man. Hope you have a good one. Yeah, man. This expansion so far has been a bop, dude. It's off to a really strong start. And they got more content on the horizon, man. 10:05, 10:07, 10:1, 10:2 already in the production. And, like, I'm really, really excited overall. A simple request? What daily did I do? Log it in? Huh? When did I get this done? A simple request. When did that happen? Yo, do we have any groups tonight, boys? Let me see if I can host some tonight if we don't have any. If you guys want to join us for 5v5, what the? That's a big old... This guy's? Oh, okay. I see now. Alrighty, boys. Starting the group over for the, how do I do this again? Raids Legacy. Throw into Molten Core. 5v5 1v1 Duels. Let's see if we get a group up running, boys. Ath apparently got a group. I don't know how many more he got in there, but we'll start a group with my man Ath. We'll start in the second one. You guys are more than welcome to check us out over in LFG. Go to the Legacy Raids to get into the groups, man. Galush, my man, more than welcome to join up. Yo, Rogue, is Rogue just gonna dominate yet again today? You know what? I'll let the chat decide whether we put a ban on Rogue, put a cap on him at a later time, man. But for now, we'll just let everybody play. As I said to me, got accepted before me. Wait, is there a second group already ready to go then? Because I got this one right here. I would, but I'm listening while I work. All good, my guy, all good. Yeah. If you guys are watching, as long as you guys are enjoying the streams, man, as long as you guys are hanging out with me, that's all I really care about. Last week, we had a lot of games with Glitch, just absolutely popping off like a madman. I wonder if Glitch would be interested in, is this a PTR? This is a live, Gundy. This is live. PTR, like, even if you did want to do duels in PTR, we wouldn't be able to, because you can't even copy, like, your main character over to PTR. All you can do right now, at least I can't. It did give me the functionality for, like, one character, and then I disabled it really quickly on the PTR. I was able to get one character slip right through. But before they took away a button. But right now you can't even copy the character over to, like, you know, do it with endgame gear or anything. All you can do is just make a new character and walk up and basically just do the training pose. And you can't even go to, like, the Dragon Isles. They're, like, very, very limited it. To just be like, okay, well, most of the new stuff is, like, class changes. So you're train dummies, inaugural instrument. You guys can fight those if you want to. Ark, what's up, man? Let's see you new for a while. Hey, man. Just trying to groups together for some 5v5 1v1 duels. That's all. Just doing a regular belly. Let's go. So this group needs at least 3 more. And then I need another group. I don't know how many they have. Hi, what's up, Chris? Hope you're having a good one. We already can't see the groups. So today we're doing the duels over. So the duels will be, the groups will be on EU today, since it is a Friday. Friday are EU, Saturday are NA. And we host the groups in the Raids Legacy section, which seems weird. Like, why would you do it in Raids Legacy when it's a PvP thing? We do it because, well, if you put it in custom PvP, only members of your faction will be able to see the groups. But we want to utilize the cross-faction feature, right? I'm Hordy. We got Galush, that's a Night Elf. We got Belly, that's a Hordy. So, like, everybody can join the group. So we could either post some, like, RBGs, where most people are just looking to RPG. That, like, even if you post a, like, 5v5 1v1 duel, not a real RPG group, just for 5v5 duels, you still have a lot of people joining in thinking it's like a 5v5 like brawl, not a 1v1 duel. So we just have, like, multiple people running out, get confused, get frustrated, and leave. So we throw it in the Raids Legacy just because it's, like, really out of the way. And we use raids to, like, you know, Uldor. It's the BFA one, the BFA Uldor raid, right? With Gahoon, I get those confused all the time. And then multi-core, like, some people nobody really accused for. Have you tried out the solo shuffle war games yet? Solo shuffle war, I have not. No, our Arc. That would be kind of fun. I have not. I have not yet. But maybe one day. That'd be kind of fun. Solo shuffle war games, man. You dial a minute. Alright, sounds good, stuff, dude. Sounds good, my man. Looks like Athens in another group. We got a second one over here. I don't know how many Athens groups got. My man said you did ask me last night, like if I'll be joining or if I'll be hosting some groups, and I said yeah. Yeah, which group did you join after? How many of you guys got? Because I don't even know how many you guys have. Also, let me know if music is a little loud. We got Steroid. Welcome, my man. Welcome. So this one actually needs like 2 more. We'll be good to go, man. This group needs 2 more, and then we have 1 team ready. I'm gonna convert it to raid just so we can get our boys in here. So who is leading it out there? Because no one messaged me about like, yo, I'm in a group. Like, is it a 5-man or are they just like still putting one together? Yeah, let me know, man. Arthur Full? Who's leading that one? Yo, whoever's leader of that group, just message me. That or make Atherman lead. But like, by the way, Arthur, the fact that you joined in, I'm happy to hear that. I'm Lee, just had a relog. Oh, you good, Abe? You good, my man? Hey, beauty, how you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful one. That's why I do know Duels EU. Music fine, buddy. Appreciate you, Cody. Appreciate you, my man. Because I can't hear what you guys hear on. I can hear what feed me directly, but I can't hear what's like on OBS or whatever. I don't have that kind of a setup where I can hear like a preview. You know what I mean? Some people do, and they just basically hear the voice twice in their ears and then just in the room, muffled by the headset. I can't do that, man. That's a little bit like disorienting. I get to one of those things, especially if there's a delay. It just ends up being one of those things where it's like there's a delay. I say something, and then I hear myself like a little bit later, and then my voice naturally slows down because like it gets confused. And that guy just died over there. What the? Who died? Just a random human warrior? Paladin? Poor guy. If you got out of rogue people go just wait through. Exactly, dude. Exactly. You gotta put these rogues in their place. Hopefully you got a rogue killer build because there's a lot of rogues out there. What's a class that in duel? Sub rogue and walkabout. What do you think? What class is better in a duel? I think both are good, but I think sub right now is just ridiculously good. The amount of control they have and the amount of burst they put up is just nutty. So yeah, I probably would lean towards a sub rogue right now. They're just a whole another kind of beast, you know? Just on a whole kind of level, man. Whole other level. It is ridiculous. But yeah. Both are good though. I think both are good. Because monks are also pretty strong too. It's just sub rogue have so much control. It is nutty. You know what I mean? Like what do you do against it, right? We're just gonna lock down back to back, slapped around by a rogue like ain't nothing. You know? Yo, we need 2 more for this group. I don't know if you got a 5-man group or I guess you guys do have a 5-man over there, yeah? Is it a 5-man, Abe? Or is it like you guys still putting one together little by little? I might just start reaching in the deep pockets of my real ID. Where's Sentry at? Hold on, Sentry. One of my contacts is a little bit blurry. I can ask Cries. Yo, Cries. Yo, Cries. We seen you for duels tonight? Before we slap some boys around before we get into 2023. Whenever you are. Okay, cool. I'm gonna see if a Chrysler wants to join in. Where's Sentry as well? Sentry. No, Arhi. No, it's Arhi. It's gonna be Arhi with like the Russell letters, isn't it? So I can't even like search him either. Where is he? Dude. Oh, there he is. Let me ask. Russian type it. Dueli? Hold on. Dueli? Commander. Okay, so I could either say like we have a team or we're eating the team. I could either say Commander yes, which means we have the team, or Commander yes, which means we're eating the team. I don't remember which letter I gotta use in order to it's like every letter makes a specific sound, so I'm trying to like mull it over my head. I'll just hit him with this. I have no idea. I might have just told them like we're eating the entire team. We're having a feast and these boys were devouring them, literally. I'm not even kidding you. That's literally how it translates. I might have actually just told him like we're eating the entire team. He's like, what? Huh? I'm sorry, what? Guys, hey, my man! Oh my god, look at that beauty! Look at you, my guy. Yo, Johan, I'm gonna make a lead if you don't mind, yeah? Oh, boys, we got ourselves a group. Let's go! 5-5, what are we doing for the day? Hey, oh my goodness. Yo, everybody stick around, stick here, stick together. I'm gonna send you guys in just a second. Pachi? Oh, wait, what? Does he have a group yourself? I don't know if he has or doesn't have one. I can't tell. Somebody, yo, Holly, do you have Arthur? Going from Finland, greetings from greetings, Arthur, greetings. And the team is very tasty. We need tasty in here, by the way. Yo, Архи, где? Ты в канале? Ты в чате? Потому что я пытаюсь тебе объяснить, что делаем. Есть команда сейчас мы spectator match. Yo, what's up, Steve? How you doing, my man? Hey, how you doing, by the way, bud? Hope you're having a good one. Yo, arcade maniac, you. I was looking at all the classes on the solo ladder when I was doing my best classes for solo PvP, and that's what my man Seawork, like second at the time, second arcade mage at the top of the ladder on an A. My man, dude, my guy. Могу по-русски обещаться. Okay. Yeah, я забываю русский чуть-чуть, но больше по-леским говорим. Forget my Russian a little bit, but speaking more English is what I told Arthur just now, boys. Spectator match. I don't know if Century's in the chat. Архи, если ты в чате, у нас будет команда сейчас Эйб и Йохан, потом, если у тебя команда, скажи, у тебя PS5. Ты сказал пати, это... Я не знаю, если против... Jesus, I don't know how to say it. I think you might have a group. Maybe? Hold on, I guess I'll take a look. Hold on, do you guys have a 5-man? Oh, окей. Я тебя могу пригласить в команду, когда будет место. Сейчас Крайзер, как его, соединится с Йохан группой. Если у них будет место, я тебя прошу, хорошо? Мне нужно команду эту делать, чтобы они играли на стрим. Oh man. Russian. Let me do this. Stream chat. Stream chat. Легче объяснить. I have no idea if I said it right. Sorry about this, boys. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting my man Archie the right info. I'm trying to get him in the stream chat just so I can say to him out loud in Russian. Because I feel like typing them back and forth, because I have to use this other website in order to type in Russian. I have to do the translation, think about stuff, and I'd rather just like have him join in the chat so I can just kind of muddle through my words until I get my point across to him. You know what I mean? If I leave right now, I'm gonna feel like he's probably gonna get confused if he's not in chat. Архи, ты здесь или что? Я на стриме? Хорошо. Архи, у нас сейчас будет команда Йохан и Эйб. После, если будет место, я тебя приглашу на эту команду. Хорошо? Если будет, это будешь мой первый человек. Я просил тебя и Крайзера, потому что Йохан нужно делать, один человек будет. Крайзер написал перед тобой, так 2 секунды перед. Он сейчас там, если будет место, я тебя приглашу. Хорошо? Ты смотри стрим, хорошо? Okay. Oh, that makes a little sense. Okay. Sorry, chat. I have the... Bro. Half the stream is gonna be like, dude, Rush, I'm just shooting in, and then Dalaran over here is casting a spell. He's trying to summon, like, the Pit Lords from beyond. He's trying to be a Warlock IRL, like, speaking gibberish, like, Jesus Christ, the hell's going on? Хорошо. Как смотри, не знал, что он говорит по-русски. Забывай, dealer, забывай. His dealer's asking like, yo, this man, I've been watching for so long, he actually speaks Russian. I didn't know that. I'm like, dude, I'm forgetting it. Don't even. I'm barely speaking. I speak it on 5th grade level. Как мне 5 говорю на этом языке уже. Забывай и все. How to find duels in a short, tell a short guide. Join in, LFG, we have groups listed, stream, pin, short guide. Try to keep it as short as possible. In the grand one. Ah! Did I mess it up? Hold on. Invite spectator match. Match. Johan, Abe, Fisker, 5, the grand one. We're in! Solo is very fun. Dude, solo is a ton of fun when it works. I'm hoping they do the fix for solo for faster queues, the MMR stuff, the lever stuff. Like, it's so fun when it works. It is fantastic when it works. But when it doesn't, it's like, when it's in the queue for like an hour, it's not fun. You know, it's awesome when it works. It's not fun when it doesn't. Yeah, I've been enjoying solo a lot, man. It's been kind of just like fun just to queue in. Bro, would you learn so good? So I was born in Russia mix. I've been forgetting it little by little though. I don't practice it ever, so I get rusty with it and so it just goes by the wayside. You know, it happens, it's pretty bad, man. I just been losing it little by little. I've been losing my Russian. I've been trying to maintain the best I can, man. I got some family in Russia. My mom is Russian, but like I barely speak it unless I'm streaming at this point. So I'm trying not to forget it, man. But you know, it's on its way out, basically. That's what it feels like. Oh god, I gotta fix that. Okay, that should work. Beautiful. Alrighty, boys. Switch. We got ourselves streams back up and running with my man Christman gonna be up first for the team 1. And they're ready with that Destro. Destro got buffed by 30%, and I can't believe we haven't seen a single Destro since the buff, man. I'm excited to see what's it gonna look like. Redguard is gonna be up next versus him. It's gonna be on Dead Survival Hunter, trying to go for Fade Death as the Cannonballs go flying in. That is Infernal Mortal Coil is gonna set him back behind the pillar. Big conflagrations for Christman with an Incinerate. Actually, mad damage out of that man. The Incinerates, Chaos Bolts, and I think it was it Conflagrates? It might have been Conflagrates. No, Shadow Burns have gotten buffed by 30% mad damage. Redguard may be in a bit of trouble. Made to go for a big immunity. I don't know if he's got anything at all though. Pulling his bed back, just melting to the Immolation Aura. The Inferno goes in for a quick slap. Just slaps him in the cheek. Just got to figure out which cheek it was though. Over on team 1, we got ourselves Atherman in the back up. We got ourselves Fractal, gonna be first up. Second up is Arcane Mage. We got Darley as the Frost Mage with Sarah Y as a Evoker. For some reason, I looked at it. Sarah Y was gonna say Survival Hunter, but he just got the same mog. Chaos Bolt flying in for Kreisbed, Blink for Fradel, trying to go for a bit of a barrage. Needs to give himself a bit of damage, but Kreisbed already making sure to get himself some damage cracked into the Hellbar Fradel with a couple of Chaos Bolts. Going to be a big burst out of Fradel. Does Kreisbed have a way out? Is going to go for a port. Has the Reflect in case he needs to. Trying to see if he can swap on to a Fellow Hunter instead of the Succubus. Mortal Coil sent in. Barrage by Fradel. Got himself a bit of damage. Kreisbed with a Reflect, but it's going to be a knockout for Fradel. Trying to see if he can bypass the Reflect and try to use every other ability. Besides, it's going to be quick massive hits. Dodging the stun by Kreisbed for just a second. Does go for a barrage. Barrage is going to give him plenty of mobility. Line of sight in the main pet. Going to be a Ring of Fire. Interrupt him on fire damage. Kreisbed going for the mad gauge. Huge distance. Just covers the whole entire zip code of the arena. Oh my goodness, look at you, just went from one side of the pillar to the next. That is so far. But Fadel go behind the pillar for just a second, sitting down, trying to give himself as much food as they humanly can. Kreisbed trying to go for an approach, hoping to maybe get himself a proper opener. Slow onto Fradel. Fear before the polymorph comes out. Is going to be able to crack in some damage. Knocked out by Fradel. It's going to be a big Chaos Bolt flying in out of the portal. Oh my god, wait, when they buffed the Chaos Bolt, did they also buff the portal Chaos Bolt? They may have. Hold on, every time you open up a portal with your portal, what is it? Artifact weapon back in Legion. What's the portal ability, chat? You guys don't know it. But to be ultra time for Fradel could be the bad spot. Actually, maybe execute. It has himself with the execute prevention with the ultra time, but maybe Kreisbed if he goes for big damage. Definitely needs to. Oh, I was gonna say maybe cancel the ultra time, but no, not gonna cancel the ultra time. Actually, instead, just gonna go for her. Stun around the corner. My god, that was actually so close. But every time you summon a portal, it's either gonna be shadowy bolts or a green bolts. But then there's the Chaos Bolts, and the Chaos Bolt scale with your Chaos Bolt, and then buffing Chaos Bolt, I think may have buffed Nether Portal. Nether Portal? Isn't Nether Portal the same name for like the Demonology Warlock ability though? Like where you summon the Pit Lord and the entire army? Gonna be a polymorph reflected onto Fradel. Super unfortunate. Is gonna try to go for a Breath of the Kreisbed as he get himself more ports up already. Got himself a mobility, Mortal Coil, get a set of Fradel. Does go for a quick interrupt. Try to go for a polymorph for the Kreisbed with an Arcade Surge. Does he have himself a good go? Interrupted by the Manfall Hunter Pet. Knocking it back for just a second. Does he have himself a good go right now? He needs himself the proper go if he wants to be able to take down Kreisbad. As Kreisbad got himself, well, I guess in a dominant position, Fredo trying to go for a bit of images with an ultra time to cover himself in case he ever dips low. Kreisbad knows he wants to be a little bit more careful with how much damage he really puts into Fredo. Fredo trying to reposition, but that portal is going to put in some punishment into you and chase you afterwards. Oh my god! Oh, the shadow burns right after as you get low. Unless you have an ice block or an invis for that one, that's a tough one. And let's see, he did have massive is. But I don't know if that lets you escape the portal. Gonna be Atherman letting Kreisbad swap up to the Succubus bed, putting it in a good position. Gonna be that, not a casual portal, but like a green normal portal with an Inferno coming down. Stunner to Kreisbad could be, Ather could be in a real tight spot. Atherman with a bubble, trying to see if he can charge out towards Kreisbad. Does the man have mobility? Maybe gateway? Does have the gate. Atherman is gonna either have to find a way to use mobility to break over to Kreisbad, or rotate even more defensives, trying to go for a little bit more cast. I don't know if he's got a judgment that helps with dispel it, but does drop super low in health. The man may be in a bit of trouble, has to slow down, needs to generate a little bit of holy power from the Infernal. At 90% dampening, your healing isn't all that reduced, but man, he may still have a hard time here fighting through Kreisbad. Got himself the Battle Master Trick in case things really go rough. That's going to be a Succubus put over to the side, try to see if he can maybe pull Atherman away from the pillar. As long as Atherman is aware of where the Succubus is, maybe has an interrupt ready for it, he could potentially bypass the damage Kreisbad can set up. Succubus holding him in place for one bolt, second flying in, gonna be Shield Avengers, barely holding off of that one, gonna be lay on hands with the reflect over Kreisbad. Ather needs to be very careful, blind onto Kreisbad, no Succubus to stop him. Does see himself a go, wings at the ready, maybe a sun onto Kreisbad, does have a trick with a port to follow. Ather trying to see if he can catch up, using wings in order to give himself a little bit of survivability. Mortal Coil sending him in the other direction, Shadow Fury right after, has a Rachel for it, trying to see if he can dodge the fear. It looks he was able to avoid it. Kreisbad does set up a portal that is slowly pelting away at Atherman. It isn't doing the most amount of damage, but it is able to continue pelting at him while he's seduced by the Succubus. Incinerate around the corner. Ather just taking big hits of damage back to back to back. Can he somehow bypass the Warlock metas? Because Destruction just got so much raw damage now. Every chaos mode you get to cast off is just valuable. And the Incinerate to send out, which can be instant cast, and Shadow Burns for executes are a lot more deadly than before. Succubus, as he got him stun locked, that is super unfortunate with the fear right after. Does he have any outs at all? Is going to try to see if he can just run away from Kreisbad. That's going to be instant cast out of the Warlock. Does he have him here? Trying to go for Shadow Burns. Oh! Does end up singeing right into the soul of Atherman. Just put his hands spiritually through the man's chest and just snuffs out life. Gonna be Saraway up next. Got himself Shroud. This is where you want to push in. No CC can be done by Kreisbad the Warlock. With the Reflect right now, Kreisbad trying to mitigate the damage as best as possible. Gonna be a Shadow for Saraway. Is gonna go for the beam, but the Warlock looking to break that beam with that distance. Trying to use mobility in order to stay away from the Evoker. The Disintegrates are gonna do a bit of damage. They were buffing the Disintegrates, I think, by like 50% one time, and then 50% more another time. Deep breath in order to stun Kreisbad and avoid any kind of CC. Yet another Shatter with yet another Disintegrate to follow. Actually doing quite a bit of consistent damage. Kreisbad is melting little by little, but the Succubus is going to be able to stop the channel in between of him hovering behind the pillar. With portals to open, one portal second, that's going to be a lot of damage from Saraway to take. Try to see if he can play defensive, at least try to avoid Kreisbad as best as they can. Try to go for mobility to get out of that stun with the fear right after, as this is going to be yet another cast, but loaded in bad damage with the Disintegrate, but what this cast would do it. Reflect out for Kreisbad, I think breaks the beam of Disintegrate. Succubus is here around the corner, but it's super DR'd as Saraway looking for a bit of recovery. Does have Kreisbad super low in health. Big cannonball set in super quickly with yet another portal. Is that a cannonball portal? It is not. If that's a cannonball portal, that would be really, really deadly. Saraway trying to go for big Shatter. Do they have big damage? Disintegrate to follow. Got him some big procs. So Kreisbad having to go defensively. Mortal Coil at Saraway is super low in health. Could be pretty deadly right now. And it's going to be a big port. Does he have the instant cast needed? Trying to go for Disintegrate counter offensive. Doesn't have an interrupt. That's going to be fear. Cannonball. Oh! With Darling gonna be last one left over in team 2. The Darling try to see if they can make the Frost Mage work. Kreisbad is super low on health. He does have Reflect coming back up. If he can time the Reflect at the right time, he may be okay. I think Darling might just have him. They'll swap out to the pet to get the proper interrupt. Gonna be a breath onto Kreisbad. Definitely needs to make sure he got the Reflect on lockdown. That's gonna be potentially big damage. Does go for a port. Try to save that Reflect for until a little bit later. He's gonna go for a Reflect. As a Glacier Spike trying to come out. Darling almost spiked himself. Darling could have just spiked himself just now, but may just still have him here either way. Oh, that's actually so much damage out of the main, but Mortal Coil last second. Kreisbad doesn't turn it around. Eyes back for Darling. He knows he can win this. Kreisbad is super low on health. He does have Dark Beck coming back up in just mere seconds. If Darling is very, very careful with his burst, if he just goes quick, try to see if he can catch him. Lances are going to be able to pierce through the Warlock's armor. And Darling just sees himself a good angle. flurry into some ice stances. Isaac is flying in, trying to see if he can use Ring of Fire in order to punish Kreisbad for trying to land inside him. Kreisbad trying to go for big mobility. Dark Pact to follow. Smallest shield in the world though. Darley has plenty of survivability. He has still got another ice bucket if he needs to. Gotta be trying to freeze Kreisbad. Is trying to interrupt him on summoning on first new pet. That's gonna be a big Ice Nova. Kreisbad may be in trouble. That's a reflect. Oh, wall in the air, but Darley doesn't pierce it right through him. Well done by Kreisbad, but Darley had to just stick in there and take him out. With Huge Butman gonna be up next. Do we have one person leave on team one? Hopefully not. Hopefully we didn't. Or hopefully like maybe they left for that game. But they're we can get my man Senshin here anyway. Huge Butman looking very got his holiday spirits on, man. Where some shamans, they revel the spirit of frost, spirit of fire, spirit of earth, spirit of water. It's just like the spirit of the holiday, spirit of the Christmas Eve, you know what I mean? The holiday spirit is what he's reveling. Darley, let's go for the ice block. Give him some little survivability. I don't really know if Darley has an opportunity to get out of here. I want to believe that a mage could potentially turn this around. I don't really know what a frost mage really does. You never really see them. Try to go for a couple of ice senses towards Huge Buttman. That's going to be Ring Frozen Orb to follow. Has himself the big go with the Glacial Spike, but I don't know if he's going to be able to really pull it off. Super extremely low on health. Unless he goes maybe for like an Invis or something. All the time last second, but a Lava Burst takes him out. The burst out of Mage is fantastic, but the consistency of his Shaman is hard to deal with. My man Cries walking in with them Destro Warlock buzz, dude. Destro looking good. That damage, though. That's still dumb. Warlocks? Yeah, they're strong, man. They're strong. Destro is nowhere near as strong or as popular as Demo in PvE. And PvP also as well. But Kreisbad is making it work, man. Destro, I mean, that has a bite to it. He definitely got a bite to it. Let's get another duel going, boys, yeah? Let me know when your groups are ready, and we'll go again. Yo, so many of you guys actually got Kreisbad pretty low, dude. Sour White, oh my god, yo, Fisk, you had him, dude. You just had him. Or like, Shaman looks nice. Shaman is really good right now. Shaman's got the good, consistent damage. They are fantastic. DF EU, how many are we at now? 80? No, 70. Oh, that's a lot. 72. Yo, boys. Yo, let me know when you guys are ready, or if you need more. Abe is ready. Johan, if you need more, I can get my man Sentry in here. He's itching to play some games. He's itching to play some games. Trying to see if we can get one together. Archie, proszę сейчас, Johan, если nicht место есть. Red might suffer the most of Warlock control. Term. Ready? Okay. I'm gonna kill you guys again since you guys already have a group. I'm not gonna change anything. Let's do Blades. I don't want to do Blades Edge Arena. You guys are going to be like, yo, that's a Warlock heavy arena. I'm going to do Blackrock Hold. I feel like it's not really a Warlock heavy arena. You know? Go Arcane. Go Major Arcade. Yeah, dude. Yeah, whatever specs you guys want to try. I'm liking the Darley's trying Frost, by the way. If he could get himself some fatty burst of Frost, I would love to showcase it. I mean, the fact that he was able to bypass Kreisbad, that's pretty good. But if he goes into like a fresh game, no dampening, no nothing, full cooldowns or fast, I would love to see how well a Frost Mage can do, man. I love watching whenever you guys play like off-meta builds or off-meta playstyles or whatever. I'm a big fan. If you guys are playing something weird, let me know in Discord, man, so I can pay attention to it. Don't need to tell me everything. My lips are sealed if you tell me the build. I won't tell anybody what you're trying to do. I'm just interested to see if anybody's trying something different, something wacky. Because I'm a big fan of that wacky, you know what I mean? Big fan of the wacky gameplay. Let me get the next song up and running here, boys. I do gotta update this mix though. Let's do next song. I do gotta update the mix really badly though. Next one. What are these songs? Yeah, that's a good one. So Twitch. We got my man Glue set out first. Oh no, it's gonna be Star White. Trying to see if we can stop him. Gonna be immediate burst out of the rogue, but a deep breath comes out for the evoker immediately. Can't to go for a shatter. Trinket with a nullified shroud. Trying to go for yet another cheap shot. Does Glue shove himself an interrupt? He does. Blind to follow. As Sarah White did burn up a trinket really early on. Gluish is gonna take advantage of that. Gonna exploit the fact that she's burned a trinket. Gonna go for a full stun lock combo. I don't know if he's got the calm points yet in order to be able to lock you down, but he may. He just may. Sap yet again at Sarawai. Try to be extra careful. Get a shot by Gloosh. Try to see if he can go with the Shadow Blades. Big damage. Sarawai may be able to potentially live this. Big secret technique. Oh my god. So the nerf secret technique, chat. That is the nerf version of secret technique. I don't even know if you're right in cold blood either. I don't even, this man might not even be cold blood. He may just be like full crit master or burst mastery and just banking on them crits. Just put the points somewhere else, man. Maybe just one for deepest strat. 67k secret technique weird. Yeah, dude, it is a wacky days. That's the nerf version to it. So this was a stronger build. Blind into Gloosh. Does he go down here? Atherman try to see if he can potentially blast through him. There's going to be a stun. Cloak of Shadows for Gloosh before that happens. Potentially could still be a stun out of Atherman if he just times it right. Going to be a disarm. Gloosh in the smoke bomb. Atherman trying to see if he can walk into. Does he get over for a stun? Gloosh trying to use that line of sight in order to avoid Atherman. Does he still catch up to Gloosh potentially? He could turn around maybe. Random AoE? No, he does not quite get it. Sap onto Atha as Gloosh does escape him. That is very, very unfortunate. By the way, I'm loving that helmet you got going on. You look at a lot more Rock Boy today. Can it shout out to Atha? Is it going to be able to break out of it? Going to be a potential secret technique? Might be a bubble here. Does Atha do it? Bubbles out? Does he have himself a go versus Gloosh? He could lock him down in the stump, but only if he's got damage. Otherwise, he does look for that recovery. Man, that is rough. This rogue is going to be yet again. Last week it was a menace. This week going to be even more of a menace. 137k secret technique only shows death and details. Really? 137k. Yeah, they may need to take a look at secret technique again, maybe. Back-to-back backstabs out of Gloosh. Just front stab and Atherman right now. Gouge as he got himself a shield of vengeance. Atherman is still in big trouble. Gloosh still holding on to a trinket. So I think Atherman, no help whatsoever, needs either a heal or needs to lock down Gloosh before he really has himself a proper go. I don't know if Atherman has an out here. Does go for lay in hands, as it's going to be a shadow strike out of the rogue. Can the shot to follow? Does he have the burst right now? It doesn't look like the rogue really has much go. But he does get himself a re-stealth. Atherman may potentially could go for a bit of a re-heal. Try to see if he can avoid the interrupt out of Gloosh. Gloosh doesn't go for the shadow strike, doesn't go for the interrupt just yet. Atherman picking up the ice, stunning Gloosh, getting him with the disarm is going to go for a couple of flashlights. Maybe try to see if he can bait a kick out of the rogue. It's going to be eye for an eye, but a blind out of Gloosh. I think now he may have a proper go. Does Atherman have an out? He does technically have a bop. I don't know if Forbearance is up right now. He may be able to use the bop to bypass the rogue's go here before he get hit by Secret Technique. Does go for the bop. Secret Technique gets absorbed entirely. Gloosh still holding on to Trinket. Has himself evasion. Has himself vanish. Has himself plenty of ways to survive. Even Cloak of Shadows using Cloak really early on before Atha really gets a proper go. Does Atherman go for the blind go? He may just have to wings door up. Get himself full final record to Gloosh. Does he have any CC? Actually breaking through his defenses. Blind you trick us out of it immediately. Stun onto Atherman. Does he have a human racial or anything at all? May still go down here. That is so rough. Oh my god. Does get himself a heal last second as the rogue goes in for a vanish. Does Atherman go for a heal? Does he chance it? Because he could get interrupted any moment, man. Shield of Vengeance? Maybe? Stabbed by the rogue? First aid? I don't know if he's got a human racial. If he has a human racial and a stun, he may be able to do something here. But the rogue got himself a full re-stealth, full re-heal. Wait, how'd you get a re-heal? He just vanished. Re-heal to pick up everything? Is that what it was? Stone into Atha? Does he have anything at all? Shadow Blades. Oh, man, that is rough. That is rough. Because you have to commit the cooldowns in order to be able to get a trinket out of a rogue. Maybe Fredo could do something though. Potentially. Shadow Blades is ready for Gloosh. Does he get himself a clean reset though? Fredo needs to get really aggressive if he wants to push in. I know there's like a whole entire enemy team over there, Fredo. If you want to throw in an orb kind of through them to see if the rogue is hiding amongst them, nobody's gonna get mad at you. Like, as long as the rogue is your target, don't like AoE the guys over there. You know, don't go over there and like start arcane explosion on them. But like, if you want to send an orb through them in case you think the rogue is there, I think it's reasonable. Gonna be opener by Gloosh. Got himself a bit of damage. Dude, look at them long range shadow strikes. Gonna be knocked back for Mayo. All the time, but it looks like the rogue is really the time manipulator here. Jesus Christ, he was like, you know what, your time has come. Like, this man's like, I want to rewind time, and rogue is like, I'm gonna end your timeline. Better yet, just snap him right there. My god, that's rough. That's gonna be a blizzard thrown down by Darley. Just trying to see if he can potentially get the rogue out. Gotta be really careful. The rogue does not have a trinket, so Darley, if he has himself a proper go, he could get the rogue out. That's gonna be blizzard, gets himself up perfectly stunned. That's gonna be a blink by Darley. That's gonna be shot up for the rogue to follow all the time for Darley, just to make sure he's a-okay. Got himself all the time at the high health, so he's gonna be fine. Throwing a couple of icicles onto Gloosh, trying to go for a frostbolt. Gonna be rogue trying to throw down a blizzard with or a smoke bomb. Blizzard down in the smoke. Does go for a shadow move for just a second. Shadow strike towards Darley. Well, hoping to get an interrupt. This is going to be invis out of Darley for just a second. Gloosh trying to see if he can potentially get on top of him with cheap shots back-to-back. Blink out of the mage to get out of that CC for just a second. Got him some big bursts right now. Polly, the rogue has a trinket in case he needs to. Does Darley have enough damage? I don't think he does. I don't think Darley has enough damage yet. Try to see if he maybe can get past the Rogue's offensives here. Ring of Fire around the corner. Does he maybe go for Blizzard on the other end? He could potentially at least pressure the Rogue with this AoEs. Lances are flying in. They're doing quite a bit of damage into Ice Nova. More Lances to follow. Ultra up for Darley. Does get himself full burst to the ready. What it looks like with Icy Veins. But does he himself a proper go? Glitch Spike. The Rogue is going to vanish. A Blind. Trinket, Darley, maybe still in trouble. Glitch Spike going to be big. Rogue does have a cloak for it. Is going to go for a cheap shot. Darley maybe. Oh, big trouble. My goodness. Redgar, last one over for the team too. My goodness, chat. I feel him when Rogue got heals. Yeah, like they nerfed their healing too. So I'm actually surprised the Glitch got as much healing as he did. Like, this is me as a Rogue, man. I mean, the Sit in the Darkness heal got nerfed by 50%. Then I think there's this Slice and Ice heal maybe. So maybe it's like a Slice and Ice heal, sit pick up heal, and then the Vanish put together. Give him like a lot of recovery. But yeah, that is a little bit weird, man. That is a little bit rough. It's weird to look into, and that's me as a Rogue main, you know. Feign Death by Redgar. Glitch trying to see if he can blast right through him. Gonna be a back-to-back backstab zone to Red, but he's trying to keep the dots rolling in. Got all the tar traps laden for Glitch, but the man is trying to see if he can avoid them. Trying to make sure he's avoiding the tar. I'm repeating myself here. Gonna be Redgar trying to go for a bit of recovery. Glitch behind the pillar, looking for a reset. Got himself the 100 mark, so at least Redgar can deny him that opener to some degree. Get a shot comes out. That's gonna be Red with the trinket. Might need a defensive here. That's gonna be trying to go counter offensive with Glitch, but Glitch with a cheap shot does go for the secret technique, I think. But Red does have himself the turtle shell into a stun. Explosive. Wait, does he take him here? Glitch does go for a resell. Explosive does hit him, but the man has got a lot of recovery. Maybe a flare out in the open. Randomly, blind onto Red. Could send the pet at him, maybe? No, he does not. No, he can. He did for a second. The better was walking at him for just a moment. I don't know if he's going to trick it or anything. I think maybe over Red. Secret technique. Ah, man, that's rough. That is rough. That's a hard one to watch. Let's go again, boys. We got to go again, man. You can't let the Rogue get away with it. Gotta get in there. Watching from grocery store, parking lot, Eagles River, Alaska. What's up, Charles? How you doing, my man? Hey, man. I'm glad I could be your shop and troop entertainment, my guy. Always happy to do so. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Never been to Alaska, although it's pretty close to Russia, which is where I am from initially. I know it's like a meme, but like that's about all I know about Alaska. I'm sure there's like a lot in Alaska, but it's just so out of there, man. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Johan's ready. Abe, let me know if you're ready. Or if you guys need one more, I have a special shaman who could potentially join ya. Have a special boy. You need gear plus. Yeah. Need one. I got you. Inv. Russian. Ura. What am I trying to say? Ura Commander. Yes. Telling Archie. I'm ready to invite him. I can invite Archie, but only via real ID. Yeah. I'm sure Alaska's expensive. This Rogue is a killer. Hell yeah, dude. Honestly, Dal, I want to see a red boss that a lot of other classes. I mean, I think that's how every class is, right? Whatever class you are, you're like, I want to see my class buffed and everybody nerfed. You know? I think that's how most people are, man. That's how majority of the people are. Set a party into a raid. Yeah, convert party into a raid, and then I can invite him. Because once we're in a raid setting, then I can let him join in. It's fine. The 5v5 duels will work if you are in raid. It needs to be set in raid so I can invite a 6th person into the group. Here we go. Perfect. And I can get him in, and it should be good to go. And you guys just keep him there. There might be a bit of a language barrier. I don't know if any of you guys are Slavic. Maybe Fractal is Slavic? Redgar's a little Slavic? Who knows, really? Try to see if I can invite him in, if it lets me. Just like while watching things. I play most classes, I just want to even play in the field. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like even sub-rogues, I don't even think sub-rogues declined. Oh, is he in arena? Hold on, let me look at Sentry. He may be in arena right now. He said, Arian? I think it's Arena. Sentry. Yeah, he's in Arena right now. Okay, looks like he is in an Arena right now. Maybe solo queue. So we'll just look for another +1 until then. Get whoever comes in first. Assassin Rogue bleeds a little bit much right now, but bleeds are being nerfed, pretty sure. Into more like tankiness, and other than that, not too bad. So the Deathmark bleed has already got nerfed. That change has already been pushed through to the live servers, like a couple, I think like a week ago now. And they're still very, very powerful, but it's no longer like unplayable in 3v3s. Like if you have a way to like heal, like you can heal through these. It's possible to heal through it. It's still a lot rough, like double DPS. Like once you get the bleeds on it, unless you got like a clear, your dwarf, it's still rough. It's still like a lot to heal through, but it is doable. If that's around 1v1 though, 3v3 doesn't feel too bad. Just to burst is still for my liking, which naturally boosts out some comps and specs from burst, the burst aspect. I agree with you on that one, Loa. I think the game is definitely bounced around 3v3 over 1v1. But it doesn't feel, in my opinion, it's definitely not nearly as quick as SL burst. SL was extremely bursty. This is like a middle ground between, like the way Sivak explained it, it's like, the way he feels, it's like not quite SL breakneck, but it's not quite like 10-minute games of BFA. It's like somewhere in the middle. And that may be the sweet spot, honestly. Because it feels like a burst setup still feels super hyper impactful. But yeah. Burst is very, very impactful. But it can still be kind of rough. But it's not, it makes an impact when you get a good setup and throw your cooldowns in them. Everybody on lockdown, but it's not quite like, oh, you just gotta like go for like, people are not down in like a 3-second stun or 2-second stun, you know what I mean? Oh, let me just go for like this 1.5-second stun on this healer and then burst this guy within that 1.5 seconds, where it's like, so but train trinkets and like trick it as early as you can and pop cooldowns as early as you can type of deal. Like there's a little bit more of like a burst and you can respond. There's more of a question you can answer type of like play. Можно вашу команду? Хочу против Warlocka сыграть. Ну, можно. What is it? Goose is asking if you can actually join the team Sarawai, so you guys can have the rogue on your team because he wants to fight versus Kreisbed the Warlock. I guess we could do it like that, yeah. And I could join in Johan. Let's see if we can get him +1. That could work. We could do a little switcheroo. Sarawai is agreeing with that idea. Sarawai is fine with that. We do have what? Magdem. Magdem is join Magdem join Johan real quickly. Let me see if I can leave. Open group up. You guys losing rogue but getting Magdem warrior. Yeah. Did you butman? Yeah, let me get Magdem VP in here. I can list it if you guys want me to. Hell yeah, Magdem MVP. Yo, Magdem, whisper me or I'll just open up a group. Magdem, queue up. I got you, my guy. As soon as I see you, I got you. I'll give you priority. That sounds like a dialect sub with a hell of a weakness. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely like a lot of people complaining about like the cooldown reduction and double advantage of sub. I feel like that's like it's totally reasonable of a complaint, honestly. I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's totally, I don't know, what am I trying to say? Like, there we go. I don't really know how I feel about it, I guess, at the end of the day. Like, it does seem really, really strong. I remember cooldown reduction being like pretty big back in SL. I feel like some cooldown reduction is fine. I think it's interesting in my opinion, but within a reason. I feel like for 1v1 double advantage is egregious. I just don't really know how it is in 2s and 3s though. You know? Where is the spectator match? I had it here. Hold on. I had it. Okay, I have no idea. We're just gonna do a fresh one. We got Johan and a Fisker 5. Let's do Blade's Edge. Let's do one Blade's Edge really quickly, boys. Dal, like Affliction Warlock with you in Algathar Academy, it's funny how fast you can delete tree boss. I imagine, yeah, because you get all these little sproutlings and then they're exploding on the boss. Yep. Yeah. I like that they have bosses like that have a lot of variety like this. Like certain classes can really shine at certain instances. That could be one of those things like, oh, we're doing Algathar, let's bring an Affliction Warlock in our group. I think it's kind of cool. I wonder if they'll do something like that in the future, right? Give classes or make dungeons with like certain mechanics where one specific spec that's like out of meta can really be useful in. Because Affliction Warlock there just makes that tree boss insanely easy. I'm sure there's gonna be some groups that'll like walk in, pull that boss, the Warlock runs out, swap specs, comes back in. So maybe you'll have cheese like that. But I think it'd be kind of cool, like, oh, Algathar, yeah, Affliction, yo, let's get you in, bud. Where normally Affliction doesn't really get nearly as much play. You know? Let me, I can't even save that one. I'll do this. So Twitch. 3 mil C, 3 mil Soul Flame. Yeah, that's nutty, man. Gonna be a team one together with Cries Bad. So Twitch, I don't know if I did that yet. Versus Gloosh? Wait, they're 1v1ing? Yo, Cries Bad, the Warlock versus the Sub-Rogue Menace. Has a Succubus right next to him for just a second. Shadow Blades. Opener, get a shot into Cries Bad. Does go with the Succubus CC. Immediate chicken out of the Rogue with a Dark Pack to cover the damage by the Warlock. Throwing a Mortal Coil into Gloosh. Trying to go for a fear, but a Cloak Shot is used really early by the Rogue. Trying to see if he can stay on top of Cries Bad as best as possible. Then it's going to be a quick Shadow Strike from a distance. Dalaran Shadow Step. Stun onto Gloosh with portals opening up. Could potentially big damage. Belted by Chaos Bolts back to back with a bunch of Chaos damage right after. Does still staying in rain to fire. There's going to be Dot burning on him. The portal is going to keep harassing him around the corner. Cries Bad got instance for him. And as long as he got a bit of rain of fire, he should be good to go. Try to see if he can throw in the rain of fire over to Gloosh. Secret Technique does slap the Warlock for a little bit. But he's there for the Chaos Bolt, ready for his Gloosh, and he actually hasn't been shot and burned. Plays down, shot and burn. Oh, vanished by the Rogue, but still dotted up. Does he escape? He's trying to see if he can recover. He got himself a little bit of healing. Cries Bad looking to push in. Maybe could get the Succubus around the corner. There's still a dot wall in Rogue. Maybe could still catch him with the Succubus Seduction just real quickly. I don't know if he'll be able to, though. Yeah, looks like the Rogue was able to avoid him entirely. Cries Bad still to hold on to Trick and Shadow Strike by the Rogue. Trying to see if he can view around him. Gonna be Succubus. Ooh, but it's stopping him as he got the cold blood. You can see the cold blood in his hands. Gonna be a portal with the Immolate. Chaos Bolt portal. Mortal Coil right after. Does Cries Bad have a go? Trying to go for a fear. Gonna be a step by the Rogue with an interrupt right after. Has himself the cold blood used up. Dark Pack from Cries Bad to mitigate the damage. Blind, but Gloosh may still be in trouble. Dotted Dub is not gonna be cheat death by the Rogue. Could still be cheat death potentially. Try to go for a bit of a sipping cup. The Succubus try to stop him. Does get him. It's gonna go whip him into shape. Gouge onto the pet. Does Cries Bad jump down after the Rogue? He may just have to try to go for instance. No, the Rogue veers into stealth right at the last second. This is where Cries Bad may need to pick up eyes. First save by the Rogue, trying to go for as much recovery as he can. Cries Bad trying to see if he can hold the high ground as best as possible. Trying to see if maybe he could coax Gloosh out in the open. The Succubus is on and keeping him out of stealth. Cries Bad needs an angle. Maybe a Mortal Coil too. I think he may just wait until he got a Mortal Coil. So he can go in, Mortal Coil the Rogue, establish control immediately. Succubus is seeing the opener. Cries Bad safely jumps under. It's going to be a portal with a Chaos Bolt flying in. Immolate right after. Start if you're to follow. Rogue has a tricky coming back up really soon. Has a tricky for this one. Could potentially be big damage. Cloak of Shadows right after. As Cries Bad trying to see if he can finish him. The Rogue needs to go for a vanish out of this one. Doesn't have a vanish anymore. She does the only thing he's got. Portal by the Warlock. Gloosh trying to see if he can escape. Instant counts hits him. Doesn't get to escape it. He just runs away. That's going to be dust still burning on him. The Succubus not letting you. Oh, catch a reset. Does go for a vanish last second. Got himself a much needed heal. Cries Bad so far has had an upper hand over the Rogue. Shadow Strike by the man. Does he have a Succubus nearby? The Dark Pack getting used as he's separated from the pet for just a moment. Fear, stun onto Cries Bad, trying to go for a fear. Second Technique does burn into the Warlock for just a second and try to see if he can avoid the Succubus as best as possible. Cries Bad trying to see maybe he can chase. Rogue does go for a resell sap. Oh my god, the Rogue does have a tricky back up that could potentially go for a big go versus Cries Bad with Blind at the ready, Shadow Blades at the ready. Succubus is in the right spot to try to see if he can CC the Rogue. Gonna be most like a trinket. Killer shot, maybe expected the Succubus didn't go in. Actually did go in with some damage. Immolate onto the Rogue. Cries Bad trying to see if he can counter pressure him with a Mortal Coil. A trinket available, but that's gets sent up with a Chaos Bolt. Immediately get a sent in. Does have an Infernal coming back up very soon. Portal, does he have an interrupt? Does he have a mirror? Oh my god, he almost has him. Oh my god, he's still getting melted. The Shadow Bolts are still flying in. Does the attack mistake him? Win himself for just a second. Barely any health. Does he just randomly rain to fire him out? He could potentially. Oh my god, that is so close. How do you get so close? This Rogue is just non-dying, man. What is this? Oh my god. Trying to go for a bit of a first aid. Does Crysbet find him? Dropping in an Infernal, but doesn't quite catch the Rogue. The Rogue does get himself a reset. My goodness. I feel like at this point, maybe Glue just should just run in, because the dampening is going to get really, really high. He's not going to give his team an opportunity to play the game at all. I think he just may need to get in there, just do what he can, win or lose, die with honor. You know what I mean? Get the victory or die with honor. I feel like at this point, may just have to, because I think this game is going to go into high dampening, and there's going to be absolutely no healing for any of the other boys. Going to be incinerators sent in with a succubus immediately to stop him in place. Guys, been opening up even more gateways. Got plenty of mobility away from the Rogue with a Shadow Fury around the corner. Double gates blasting him out of the way. Reflect up. I don't really know what he can reflect. Trinket immediately with a port. Before Glush could really establish any kind of pressure. Vanished by the Rogue. This is where Crysbet, if he's careful enough, there's still dots on the Rogue. Throwing in rain of fire, so the Rogue knows he's going to get found out. Mordecai sent in with a Fear. Cloak of Shadows immediately for that Fear. Trying to see if he can mitigate before it happens. With a gateway for Crysbet. Trying to see if he can get out of the Incinerates. Get sent in at Crysbet. By Crysbet. Trying to see if he can continue the instant cast pressure. The more Glush fights him, the more Incinerates he's just going to take. But the Succubus is going to try to see if he can slow him down. The shiv into the Succubus isn't going to be enough for the Rogue to break away. I think the Succubus tried to go for Succubus Seduce. But I don't know if it was able to be successful to do it. They're just picking up the eye to keep the Succubus over on the Glush. Trying to keep the eye, pick up the eye so you can keep an eye on the Rogue. The Succubus not really letting the Rogue go anywhere. Got himself to pick up Smoke Bomb. Succubus CC does connect either way though. Crysbet trying to find an angle, has to jump under with a Immolate. Trying to see if we can make some portals happen. Versus the Verity. It's going to be a wall right after. It does get himself a big cannonball sent to the Glush. Glush got himself a little bit of survivability here. Evasion, Secret Technique, Shadow Fury. Does have a trigger for it. Interrupt him on Chaos. Crysbet may actually be locked out here for a little bit. Glush trying to see if he can maybe Shadow Blaze damage will be enough. It's going to be instant cast damage for Crysbet. Big Incinerates to follow. Glush shells and cheat death. Is it going to be enough though? Another Shadow Mode? Dude, this Shadow Modes are just ridiculous now. Glush has no health whatsoever. Get a shot at Crysbet. Succubus easy to stop him. Does Crysbet have it? Because he does have a cheat death still at the end of the day. Incinerate. There's a cheat death, but does it take him out here? No. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Still got a dot on him. Can Crysbet catch up to him fast enough? Line of sight? He's right around the corner. No! Succubus trying to see if he can get over there. It does go for a sap. No way. Oh my god. Oh, he does not have a long sap at all. My goodness. Kidney shot? Does he have him? Succubus does catch him. Walking him off the ledge. Like there's no way, right? There's no way Crysbet loses this. Absolutely no way. Try to set in the portal. 1, 2, just to make sure. A bit more. Oh my god. Those took a lot. Oh my goodness, that took a lot. This Warlock right now, man. This Rogue has been absolutely terrorizing the dueling arena for weeks now. And this Warlock, I feel like, is the first one to break his winning streak. That is incredible. Crysbet is a whole nother beast, man. Yo, Glush is really, really good. Don't get me wrong. Like, even if you just like Rogue playstyle, you gotta recognize that guy's really good at the duels. You gotta recognize he does really, really well. He plays his class like hell. But man, Crysbet is just a whole nother caliber, dude. Not even playing Demonology, not even playing the meta build. Gonna be finally wrecked by Atha. Trying to see if we can just punish Crysbet as he got nothing left. There's nothing for Crysbet left on this arena at all. Maybe he could throw a Mortal Coil, but he knows there's just a judgment away from dead. He knows he's just one judgment away from just being dead in the arena floor. Try to see if he can get himself a little bit of health as the Infernal is just lowering the health of Atha, but just keeping him warm over there. I do. Fresh health is ready for Crysbet. Maybe he could use it. Wants to go for Mortal Coil versus Athaman. He wants to hit him with the Mortal Coil, maybe with some damage after. Fear to run in the opposite direction. Succubus CC for just a second. Kizbo getting a loaded up. Does Crysbet have to finish it right here? Second Kizbo also the Succubus CC. It's going to be Shadow Fury right after. Breaking the red shield into an Immolate right after. Does Athaman have anything else to follow him? Maybe it's a cast. Lay on hands for last second. 39% dampening. Just not going to do anything for you. Reflect up. Oh, and does burn the second one. Man is on his last leg for like 2 minutes. He's been like drained on cooldowns for 2 minutes. And he's still trying to see if he can fight right through it. Sarawai going to be up next. Got himself the full shroud at the ready. Wants to go charging out towards Crysbet as fast as he can. As fast as he can. Demo would be worth it to Rogue? You think so? I feel like Demo's maybe... I guess... Depends, right? Because I think the pets overwhelm the Rogue tenfold. Like Demon Dog is and a Wrathguard behind the pillar where the Rogue can't re-stealth. I feel like they just do so much more pressure, but maybe I'm wrong on that one. You may be right, Osco. You may be right. By the way, like I'm talking to you while you're in the arena right now. Get hit with a Mortal Coil with a Fear right after. As Crysbet got himself a little bit of a shield. Portal's coming up. Doing a bit of damage. Second portal, they're ready. Big Casbo get loaded in. Is going to be able to break away from the Disintegrate. He knows with the Evoker, it's a lot of mobility while casting while moving. It's gonna be really, really rough. Reflect up in case there's some damage that you can potentially reflect. The fire breath won't be reflected though. That's gonna be a bit of fire damage. That's gonna be crazy, but with a port, that's how a dot rotting him down for a little bit though. If CyberPowerPC can add a little bit of the disintegrate on top of the fire breath dot, that'll be a lot of damage put together. I think we shouldn't let Warlocks and Rogues go first. I mean, I kind of agree with you too, Laugh. I mean, like, but they counter each other. So, like, it's at least, like, there's a good chance somebody else on the other team will be able to get a chance to play. If it's not just Rogues and Warlocks. Gonna be more ports getting sent in versus ROI. It is definitely a weird one, chat. If you guys decide, like, yo, let's put a kibosh on the Rogues. Let's put a kibosh, let's put a cap on the Warlocks for the day, man. You know what I mean? I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay to try it out. Gonna be still portals, still big damage on this ROI here. It's a cast mode. Nothing you could do at the end there. That is a rough one. This man, again, drained off of cooldowns from the Rogue, and is still fighting for the next one, fighting for the next guy. Continue to keep going. It's just ridiculous. But the Destruction Warlock is at half his health. Try to keep going. CyberPowerPC immediately versus Fractal. Opening up a portal that's going to be able to get him out of the CC for just a moment. Mortal Call is sent in. Does he go for a trick? Fear by Kreisbad. Try to make sure you establish your control and keep a Fractal in arm's reach. A couple of good incinerates there are perfect. All the time was used by Fractal. I wonder how much health recovery is he really going to get out of it though. Shadow Fear around the corner by Kreisbad. Decides against it. Going to be Fractal recovering a lot of health with that all the time. Perfectly timed. All the times are fantastic for mages. It's all about the timing though. It's down to the timing. Can you place it at a perfect time? Gonna be CyberPowerPC yet again with an immolation aura. Well, Fractal can't really do much about this at all. Just having to like bleed out to the fire dot little by little, melting. Well, Kreisbad has the high ground. And you may just be able to do something here. Invis comes out for Fractal. Try to go for Poly onto Kreisbad, but that's going to be Reflect. Kreisbad predicted it with a big old ice block available for Fractal, but really just like on his, that's his last little bastion of defense right now. At this point, Kreisbad, I think, has gotten him in the ropes where he has him. Unless Kreisbad makes a big mistake and isn't able to avoid burst out of Fractal, he may be okay for the most part. Try to go for Poly, but Fractal is dead. All the time with the ready, maybe able to use it a little early, but barely any health. Using all the time with like no health just means like it's not really much of a defense that you can rely on. Redguard get hit with a CyberPowerPC immediately as soon as he comes out in combat. Big Cannibal greets him, but that's going to be feign death. Try to see if he can reduce a lot of it or put it back over to Kreisbad, but Infernal Crash is right next to him, sundering the ground at the man's feet. Redguard may be lagging a little bit actually. Yeah, I think he may be lagging. That's unfortunate. We're not going to count that against him. We're not going to count that as a kill for Kreisbad. Mock Dev is just like, dude, I joined to play. I didn't join just to watch Kreisbad play. Please, Dal. He's like, at least I got a chance to hit something. Mock Dev will get you in. That one we won't count against. Even Mock Dev is like, yo, we're not counting that for you. That's a 4v0. 1v4 for Kreisbad, 4-0 for him. We're not gonna count that one at the end. Red did have some DC issues. Let's see if Red is still back in. If he's ready for another one. Hopefully no DC issues this time. Oh my god. Custom PvP down 5 on 1. Gotta go for you guys. Jesus gotta go, boys, if you want to join in. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Except Jesus group I think is on alliance only. Because if you do custom PvP and you find that it doesn't, the custom PvP doesn't let you do like the queues, like cross-faction queues, which is unfortunate. So Johan is ready. Abe, let me know when you're ready. I like this team composition, switching you guys around a little bit, you know what I mean? Rogue versus Warlock, that was a hell of a match. I'm sure that Glooch wants to go for a bit of a rematch with Kreiser, but man, that was a hell of a match. Affliction Warlocks or Feral Druid? Having a hard time deciding. Feral and Affliction. Kershaw, I honestly think you should just pick the one you like the most. Affliction Warlocks, I can't really say much about them, because I don't really play them that much. I don't really know their meta, but I know the Ferals have gotten much better than last expansion. Hi, what's up, Solo? How you doing, fam? Ferals have gotten much better since last expansion. Better AoE output. I think consistent single target damage and fantastic PvP damage output overall. I think it's in a great spot right now. But if you like a range play style, then I don't think Feral would fit you well, would it? So at that point, it really just depends on your preference, to be honest. You know? Comes down to personal preference. Let's not do Blade's Edge Arena. I want to do Hook Point. Or should we do like Dalaran Sewers maybe? Let's do Dalaran Sewers. I think the Sewers is like a decent enough arena that doesn't really benefit one class or another too heavily. There are some classes that are better at it though. Like there are some classes that do benefit from it. Like Blade's Edge definitely benefits Warlocks. and monks because of the port mechanic. But yeah, Locke is still strong. First to beat Rogue in a fair 1v1. Yeah, just need a Madman Christ bed. Not even playing like the meta build either. Again, I do wonder what is better against a Rogue, Destro Warlock or Demo? Because I feel like Demo, with the overwhelming numbers of pets you have in the ramp, I mean, the Rogue I guess can vanish your pets, but like eventually they'll run out of vanishes. And I think Demo has a lot more control with the Axe Toss, and you get another Axe Toss, and you got a Morticoil, and then you got a Tyrant who does a bit of damage. You got the Demon Dogs, which do consistent damage. You know, I think the Rogue just bleeds out to them after a while. 3 out of 5? Cool, cool. Man, I just want to play. I know, Billy. I know, dude. We'll give you a chance, man. I promise you. I promise you. Just got to get lucky on them rolls, man. Just got to get lucky on the rolls. I'll be like, yo, can I just go first? I haven't got to play at all. Can I just go first? Whatever you guys decide in your groups. I think doing rolls is probably the most, what is it, fair way of doing it, though. So, Twitch. What's up, Merce? Lock is better than Rogue and Duels. Self-heals insane from Locks. They're really good, but you haven't seen the secret technique burst. Have you seen the secret technique? I don't know if you were there for like the one-shots. How you doing, by the way, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. We got ourselves Huge Buttman gonna be first up over for the team. 1 versus Sarawai. Got ourselves the Shroud already. Potentially could go maybe for a Wall. Wall plus Shroud. You basically are immune to anything and everything. It's gonna go for Root up to Huge Buttman. Big Shatter. Trying to go for big damage output. Gonna be Deep Breath right after. Wall. Pre-wall comes out for Huge Buttman. Big fiery burst out to Huge. But he does survive it, man. Ever since I nerfed the Fire Breath Burst, that damage just doesn't have the same pop anymore. It can definitely still crit for a lot, but it doesn't have that same like big pop anymore. Gonna be Sarawai getting interrupted for just a second. If you were to cover himself with the Obsidian Scales, that would make him just uninterruptible. With Shroud, unCCable. Basically overall, altogether unstoppable. Knockback onto Sarawai though, as Huge Button is playing the, I think it's like Shield Control or Shield Mastery, where depending on the shields that he has around him, like the Lightning Shield has a knockback, while the Earth Shield has a root effect. Trinket out of Huge Buttman as he sees the big damage getting set up by Sarawai. The blue magic coalescing together. Mad message to Sarawai, the Earth Shock to follow. Does he have a Lightning Bolt right after? Potentially, Sarawai trying to see if he can maybe beam him down. It's going to be big ascendance for Huge Buttman. The man is just playing into the procs, into the consistent burst, and Sarawai just trying to see if he can beam the boy down if he can. Does he have the mobility? Got the Shatter. He shatters through the defenses of Huge Buttman, but can he capitalize on top of that shatter? Try to use the hover ability to swing around the corner, but Huge trying to avoid him as best as he can. Is able to with the Ghost Wolf. Is going to be grounding totem. This is where Sarawai just actually delays his damage a bit. Lasso onto Sarawai. Does he have, he has himself Deep Breath, so could potentially use Deep Breath in order to lock down Huge, but that freeze is going to stop him in place. One advantage that Sarawai does have though, he has access to red magic, blue magic, green magic, bronze magic, and even black Dragonflight magic. So it's a lot of stuff that can't really get him interrupted. All of them different scores of cast, but a mad damage on Sarawai. Does try to go for big fire breath, but big Earth Shock to follow. And that's going to be more lava burst set in. Huge Butt made you see the big lava burst proccing is golden. And Sarawai try to use the hover ability, just zooming away really quickly, looking for that living flame. Nullifying Shroud. Could potentially go with a wall and go for big damage. Does go for the wall. Try to go for deep breath. Pass Huge Buttman. Does he get himself with the angle? He needs to go for a bit of healing, but everything needs to go for the angle and do some damage. You got yourself wall, Shroud. This is where you pop off cooldowns, right? Got himself the mastery at the ready, looking for a bit of recovery. Definitely wants to have himself a proper go. But he has scales, so he could use the scales in order to potentially go for some big damage. Huge got himself the Ascendance, the Lava Burst set in. He sees more procs of Ascendance, another Lava Burst set in. Doesn't proc it though. Oh, but the Cigarettes are going to slow him down for just a second. Look at loading up a Stormkeeper. Potentially maybe has him here. Does he do it? Potentially could. Big zaps to fall into Sarawai. The man could be in big trouble. One more zap could just end them. And Sarawai can't even slow down to heal himself. Try to go for a little bit of that bloom in order to give himself maybe some healing, but can't even stand next to it. Last around the corner, has a trigger for it. Needs some kind of CC chain versus Huge. Gonna go zooming out in the open. That's gonna be the center against the Raptor as he gets interrupted. I think it's over maybe. Oh, the Frost Shocks did take him. That's a rough one, man. The Elemental Shaman has got so much consistent damage. Just so much output. And burst, a random procs of burst just make him like so surprisingly strong. But the damage of that spec is just nutty. Huge gonna be next versus Huge. Hits him with the gouge, kidney shot. I don't know if the man can really go for a knockback. Does go for a knockback at the last second. But I think Huge still get the full secret technique. I don't really know if he really got much to work with here. Ever since they removed that wall ability from the Earth Elemental, I mean, Shamans I feel like have become a little bit less defensive, cooldown wise. But Huge Buttman somehow still alive? Lava burst into Gloosh? Wait a second. Huh? Wait a second. Hold on a sec. This man almost just had Gloosh locked down. Belly gonna be up next trying to see if he can whirlwind onto Gloosh. He did hit him. He did connect. I don't know if you realized that. If he went for Odin's Fury, there would have been a bleed. Oh my goodness. Actually almost had the rogue there too. You kidding me? Oh my god. Crazy. Secret was nerfed so much to this counter now. You should see the first game that we had. Or was it the second game? Where Gloosh walked up to the Evoker and just got blasted up with a secret. It was nutty. Full stun luck from 100 to 0. Gonna be a stun onto Belly. Belly tried to go for a bit of defensive. Secret technique does come out. He's gonna go for Stormbolt to break apart the Rogue's burst. Trying to see if he can go for Odin's Fury output. Could potentially trick it. It does trick it. That's going to be Gloosh actually going for it. Shadow Step maybe a little bit early. That's going to try to go for double charges. Staying on top of the Rogue, but the Rogue is going to dive in his stealth. That's going to be a slow onto the Rogue for just a second, but is able to break out of it with that sprint. Belly did put up a lot of damage into the Rogue, but was able to. Did have to commit a trinket for it, as well as Enrage Regeneration. So he needs to find the Rogue right now, and hopefully lock him down with a Stormbolt, maybe with a Fear right after. I don't know if he's going to disarm on him or not. But it's going to be a little bit rough. He needs to find a way to survive the go, because Gloosh got himself Shadow Blades. He's got himself everything available. Maybe Secret Technique at the ready too. Does have charges of Shadow Dance. So as long as Gloosh plays this perfectly, I don't think there's a way to stop him really. Does have Cold Blood for that Secret Technique. Does a lot of damage. Belly does go for a Fear. Able to actually recover a little bit of health before the Rogue really takes down. Actually quite a bit of health recovery for Belly. Looking for a big burst. That's going to be Gloosh with an evasion. Belly can't really do much about it. Does go put in bleeds onto the Rogue though. But this is going to be a shiv slowing him down. Again, can't really do much to catch up to the Rogue. Maybe he's got himself a... Does he have second wind? Because if he got second wind, it's going to be good for him. But I think Gloosh is able to just attack him through the wall, potentially. If Belly got second wind, as long as he doesn't got any dots on him, he may be okay. But I think there's a Rupture still burning on him. Gonna be a Kinder Shot? I don't know if he had a Stormbolt or anything, but I think Gloosh got him. The Rogue is just doing him dirty with his Secret Technique, walking away from that guy. At least he's got a chance to play, right? It's gonna be Steroid up next. Wait, Huge Buttman back? Wait, did Huge Buttman just die? Steroid bring it back from dead? Okay, well if Huge Buttman is gonna be playing... He is dead, I guess he's just spectating, yeah? Lava Bird's getting sent in, knocking the Rogue back. Gloosh got himself the Cold Blood, looking for a big hit. I think it was a Cold Blood into an Eviscera, but didn't do nearly as much damage as it could have. Steroid trying to see if he can get himself an angle versus Gloosh. Draenei Shaman. I think we'd barely see male Draenei Shamans ever. I feel like it's usually female Draenei Shaman with Chicago. That or an Orc. Or anything else. Even Goblins maybe. Gonna be a Gouger to Steroid. Got himself plenty of damage with Gloosh, but isn't enough pressure though. Gloosh does have defenses to deal with this. Does he commit them though? Because it's a lot of sustained damage from the Shaman. You don't really have a burst that you set up and line up for. And normally you want to commit your cooldowns versus the big burst. Gonna be a blind to follow as Gloosh goes in for resetting. The Shaman does drop down a counter strike totem, which could have been big, but Gloosh I think is just gonna does go for a Cloak of Shadows just to get himself a re-stealth? Is that what I saw? Is that right? Generational Steroid trying to see if he can bait a kick out of the Rogue. Gloosh going for a Cloak of Shadows just to give himself a reset. Maybe a weird move here, because I feel like I could see Steroid potentially line up big Lava Burst combo into Gloosh, and he'll just won't have a defensive for it. But it's also possible that Steroid could roll unlucky and not ever get a good combo. But he does even out the field for them a little bit better. For Steroid, I think it's a good situation to be in. Hopefully he knows that Rogue doesn't have a cloak, because he can just unleash burst. Like and Lassa, Steroid may be in a bit of trouble. Not really super high on health. Was able to lock down the Rogue for this moment. Sky Fury, tried to see if he could drop down a stun totem on him. I don't know if he could move the stun totem over. It's going to be Sky Fury getting stabbed up very quickly. Gouge of the Steroid. But does he have himself a proper go? I think maybe a Flame Check on Gloosh the Earth Elemental is going to be a little bit helpful. Potentially, if he gives himself a better angle, he might be okay. Kid a shot on Steroid, unless he's got nothing here left. No, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. He was given like what, a lockdown into then a reset and then another lockdown, and Gloosh just needed 2 Kinder Shots back to back. That was rough. Huge Buttman trying to see if you can res him. okay. If you guys are resing each other, hopefully not actually like playing though, right? Hopefully you just like resin just to be like maybe like a homie and just want to chill in the corner. I'm cool with that if you guys just want to do that. I think Gloosh is trying to figure out other resin like to go again or what. Is it Mog Dem next? It's either going to be Mog Dem or Cries Bad next. Because Huge Buttman is alive, but he's out of the arena. Sort of. If that makes any sense. What's next? Because it's got to be Mog Dem, right? I think we're trying to figure it out. I have a very strong team of full. Alright, Jesus, I'll get you in next, yeah? I'll definitely try to get you in next, my guy. have no idea what's going on, chat. Looks like maybe they're still trying to figure out who's going first, who's going next. Is it Kreisbad? Is it Mock Dem? Looks like maybe Kreisbad versus Gloosh. Maybe these guys are like, you know what? I really don't want to fight this rogue. Yo, Kreisbad, can you just do it? Can you do some cleanup here? We'll see if you can. As the Warlock has to go up versus the Rogue yet again. These two have met their fate in the arena all over again. Trinket out of Kreisbad really early on off of that Shadowy Duel. The Shadowy Duel stop the pet from like attacking you or being in near you to help you? Is that why you trinket it? Big Casball's flying in. Gloosh getting stunned up. Kreisbad tried to go for a bit of a fear. Glock shot is by the Rogue using the defense really early on. Kreisbad with a dark pack to try to see if he can mitigate the damage. Infernal stop dropping in with a Casball right after. Gloosh trying to go for a bit of a blind. No trinket for Kreisbad. Trying to see if he can just sprint out of it, but it doesn't go super far. With the Succubus and the Infernal can still reach him. He's going to be able to take the Succubus and Infernal on a bit of a walk. Smoke bomb to cover his approach. With Kreisbad trying to use the smoke bomb to deny. And he got a Succubus CC, but Husky Casball going to hit him super hard. Rate of fire still burning right through him. Dots are on him. Cheat death right after. Oh my god, the Rogue does go for another re-stealth. They got dots on it, but maybe it's a guess. Ben's gonna get him. Oh my god, double vanish that one too. Oh my god, imagine if the Rogue just walked out of that one, man. Oh, mug them. Not a big fan of that Rogue at all. Imagine if the Rogue just escaped that double vanish and everything. That would have been so cheesy. Oh, but somebody does drop him down. Somebody does eliminate the Rogue, taking him out of the match. Gonna be Athaman up next. He got himself the umbrella. He got himself the umbrella for the big old green rain of fire, man. He's ready for it. He's ready. Is he left? He just left. Oh my god. Is that it's gonna be Fractal? Are you gonna play? After just like, you know what? I don't wanna. Oh no, dude. Come on. What is this arena? Boy's just leaving. You're kidding me, right? That's unfortunate, man. Okay, well, in Azul's case, I'm pretty sure he's got to wake up early or something. Nope, just say, nope, I don't want to do it. Not even going to deal with it. Fair enough. I'll try to get you guys on a team that doesn't have, I can try to get Jesus rotating against you boys, so you guys don't have to fight each other over and over. We'll throw Jesus against both of you. Gotta be a reflect now. Fractal trying to see maybe if he can crack through the defensive Kreisbad, but the Casball's gonna meet him with double portal in the back. Just a shadow in the chaos coalesce it together. Just a hex weave of just burst. Not hex weave. What is it like DNA? The way that kind of like the DNA strands weave together. That's kind of what that looked like with those bolts, the shadow bolt and the chaos bolt, green stuff flying out of those portals, man. It looked kind of cool. Helix. That's what the word is. Helix. I think. I want to say it's Helix. Kreisbad mounting up, trying to see if he can get himself a better angle versus Fractal. Can he? He does get himself a blast. I didn't know if you guys was in stealth or not. Or in Viz eating. I was thinking maybe it was in Viz, trying to go for food. Gonna be another portal. Fractal does get himself a bit of burst all the time. But outside of that, unless he's got something to live this. Yeah, he does get himself a little bit of health recovery. Succubus just goes flying. Kreisbad, I think this has you in the ropes though. I feel like next time Succubus gets CC on you, you just throw in a Casbolt, throw in an Immolation Aura, or Immolation. There's not much you can really do. There goes exactly as I predicted. Big Insta does end up living it. I think use Blink, maybe use a Blink to reduce the damage. Is that still a PvP challenge where you use Blink to reduce the damage you take? Because that could be kind of nuts. Redguard going to be up next, trying to see if he can put some pressure onto the pet as well as put pressure on Kreisbad. Kreisbad just dropping in the big Infernal, stun into Redguard, just trying to see if he can get on top of him as best as he can. Maybe Casbolt from a distance, just open up one portal. Let's go to big old Casbolt getting sent in, but Redguard is still lagging from earlier. Oh god. Yeah, this boy is still all over the place. It looks like he literally just teleported. Literally teleporting all over the screens, boys. Ah, it's unfortunate. Hopefully it's actually working for him right now. Death Chakram sent in, Mordecai sent him out in the other direction, Fear to follow right after, does get himself the coordinated assault, but is getting sent in a completely opposite direction. Yet another Fear back to back, does actually get a blasted while in the Fear. There's not much you can really do about it. The main pet to get hit with the Fear, or isn't undead pet supposed to be immune to Fears though? Isn't that supposed to be a thing? Kreisbad does end up taking him out. My goodness. Kreisbad does bring it back for his team. I was just so sad that Athens was like, you know what? I don't even want to fight that. I don't even want to fight it. It's awful, even low damn. Fair enough, yeah. Fair enough. I do like it when you guys just give it a chance either way, though. Like, give it a good old fighting chance. But I totally understand it, though, honestly. I totally understand it, though. New year, new class changes, hopefully. Yeah. Taxi relogin, we're ready. Taxi joining then? Oh, no way. Let's go, dude. My man Taxi joining these duels. Johan, Abe Fisker, which one of you boys is ready versus Jesus? Because whichever one responds first, I get you in. I seen a couple of reds at 2400 plus. Yeah. Hell yeah, my guy. Why kills 10% of your health, 10% damage? Ready? 4 out of 5. Okay, Johan. Why are you looking for +1? Johan's group is available, by the way. If you guys want to join, Johan group is available. Слава, русские. Johan, у него группа есть. Найдите в Raids Legacy. Напишите 5 в search. Может там найдете. Said it in English and in Russian, looking for Johan's group. Look up in Raids Legacy, search up just number 5. You should see the group in 5V5 1v1 duel. Ready? Go. Okay. We'll go Jesus and Abe Fisker. What arena to throw you guys into? The Grand Arena? I should do a hook point at some point. I feel like the lighting and hook point is a little bit better. I don't like the gloomy lighting of this arena specifically. Like, I like the nighttime, like it's really nice for the eyes, like when you're playing. But like, you watching it, I like this place as a bright arena rather than a dark arena. I wish I could set it so like I could see the light version of this arena with like a light potion or whatever. I want to go to Org and full of Shadow Pits and Warlocks, the Demon, Swear for the Mountain Hard. Bro, there's a lot of them, and how easy it is to level and alt and gear one right now. A lot of people are re-rolling for PvP. Comp Stomp this week, so you're getting a lot of honor. Now is the time to farm up a full set of honor gear if you haven't yet. It is awesome, man. It is perfect. I need to do that myself for my alts too, man. Getting a full set is so easy right now. A Warlock Rogue out heals with passives are funny. Even Arms Warrior can match out healing output. I mean, do they actually do that much healing? That's scary if they do. That is scary if they do. So Twitch. Got us a team one together with Derma on that sub, bro. Is he gonna be first up? Jesus gonna be first up as an unholy death that does hang out Gloosh immediately, summoning up a bomb immediately off the bat with a kind of shot onto the death that does go for a trick. It's super late. It's gonna be a grippy hand to follow. The man made to use more defense in order to survive the rogue evasion up right now. This rogue, no guys that click shadows, is gonna be susceptible to a blind, maybe even a stun. I don't know if he got a stun earlier or not. Does have dots on him. The rogue is looking for an escape. The diseases should keep him in combat, or at least kind of out of stealth for a little bit longer. Death and Decay on one side. I don't know if he's got a second one. The main pet transforms for a second. Needs to reach the rogue if possible. Rogue does go in for a sipping cup with a kind of shot. IBM by Jesus. Trying to see maybe if he can find through the rogue, but the damage outside of the rogue with Secret Technique just so much. Trying to see maybe if he can overpower him with an army of undeath. Needs to make sure the pets are on glitch at all times. Where is this Gargoyle going? Where's this Valkyrie? Trying to see if he can establish a better spot, better of a sight line over Rogue. Rogue trying to go for it behind the pillar. I think the dots actually may have worn off. No cloak. I think just waiting for diseases to be about over. Just goes for a bit of a resetty spaghetti on that one. As Jesus does use a dark pack in order to give him some survivability. Tags in this team. Oh my goodness, look at that. No shirt, no shoes, no service. Or all service, actually, with Taxi. We got Yasu on the team, as well as Krongzu, man. Look at them rogues. Gonna be a big dome down. AMS, Gloosh, walking in with the Shadow Blades, actually. So that AMS is actually gonna do something. Actually gonna absorb a portion of that damage. Balan into the rogue, so Jesus can at least break away from the guy for just a quick second. Is gonna go for a big A-bomb, trying to give Gloosh a bit of company over there. Needs to make sure you can Chain of Ice him, gripping him out in the open, stun right out. I definitely needs to go for Chain of Ice and just put him out with the army. Let him sit there. Oh, and trying to see if he can just seclude him away for just a second. He's in Wraithwalk just to walk away, trying to cut him back into the army. Definitely needs to go for Chain of Ice. Keep him subbed. Keep him suppressed over there. Slow him down as best as you can. Death and Decay is gonna get him out in the open chain. Letting pets do work. All these pets are actually doing a lot of work. They're actually doing plenty of damage. Is the main ghoul amongst them? He is. I think that's where Gloosh is trying to see if he can turn and start stabbing that ghoul right in the eyeball. Gouge on the ghoul for just a second. Jesus better be extra careful. Tricky coming up very soon, but so is Tricky coming up for Gloosh as well. Does have himself the AMS. Goes for a Trinket. Needs to go for a couple of Death Strikes. Big grippy hand. Does he have any burst to follow him? If he got himself the maybe big pet empowerment, maybe that could help him. Big bar of runic power at the ready. He needs to go for Death Strikes. Stun into Rogue, trick inside of it, cheap shot to follow, Death Strikes, back-to-back Death Strikes, needs to go for Death Strikes right now, or Lichborn, oh my god, the Rogue was so close. Oh man, that's rough. That is a rough one. Yasu's gonna be up next. Got himself the full Demon Lock setup. Gloosh trying to go for a little bit of slash wave with the guy. He knows him, he's like, hi, hey, Bit of an honor duel for these two. I like it. I like seeing that. Hell yeah. Look at that, man. Look at that. I like that. All right, Yasa. It's up to you, man. Let's see how Demonology Warlocks do versus Rogue. I was told they're not amazing, but I think they could have potential. Let's see if I'm proven right or if I'm proven wrong here. I think they could do well. I feel like that constant pet pressure with the Demon Doggers and the Felguards should be good, but who knows, honestly. Let's try to see if we can go for a bit of a veer around the corner. Stealthin versus Yasha. Or Yasha. Got his name wrong completely. Yasha is a different... It's like sounds so similar, but it does make a difference. Two different letters. Sapper to the main pet, gonna be Gluge with a Gout versus Yasha. Does he have the big go here? Gold Blood? Looking for the big break of damage to break through a shield, but I think actually the secret technique may have hit the pets of Yasha instead of like the Warlock himself. So I guess, is that how that works? Gluge getting feared out way out in the open. But is able to reconnect with a quick shadow step. Does he go maybe for another step? Does have himself another step? Is Yassi trying to go for better health recovery? Big Demon Dog is charging him. Yassi needs himself another full go at some point. He needs to get himself a turn go together maybe with another portal. I think he's just trying to see if he can just sustain down Glush. But the man is going to go for advantage. Got himself a full slice and dice. So should be able to get himself some health recovery off of that one. And Yassi getting hit with a Shadow Strike. Shadowy Duel. I don't know if the pet is there to help him. Going to be immediate trinket out of Yassi as soon as the Shadowy Duel happens. Maybe during duel the pets can't actually help ya. I feel like pets have always been kind of inconsistent with that offensive ability. Demon Doggers or the Glues does have evasion. As long as Yasha can live past that evasion, then the pets will be able to do some damage. Dark back at the ready, try to go for a bit of a drain, trying also not to get interrupted as best as possible. Fear onto Glush. Again, trying not to get feared, but it actually does get a juke out of him. There goes the fear. Should be able to get some CC in there. I think Glush did try to go for a blind. He did try to go for a blind, but that's an immunity for Yasha. Once you juke a kick, you're immune and you get a little bit faster casting. Oh my goodness, the Glush burning the blind that early might have been what seals the fate for him. Yes, he just needs his demons on top of Glush. Does go for a big kill. Is it going to be enough damage here? The Rogue does go for a re-stealth. It should be able to go get himself a full redo. Yes, it wants to pick up the eye. Just charging out towards the eye. Glush knows he needs to stay aggressive. Sap it out, Yes. I don't know if you can get the pet to start spinning. Pet gets sapped up. Yes, with a kidney shot. I don't know if maybe you can get your pet to break out of that and stun Glush. Should be able to. Secret technique, I think, does get split between him and the pet. Demon Dog is in. Stun onto Glush. Does he have enough damage here? Gonna be a board for the Warlock. Glush trying to see if he can walk away from all those pets, but they're staying right on him. Smoke Bomb not gonna let you get out of there at all. The Demon Dog is still relentless. Maybe he can go for an Axe Toss. The Demon Felguard is gonna stay on him. You just can't go anywhere. Shadow Step, Gouge to follow. Axe Toss is what you need right now. I don't know if you have it. Demon Doggers, man, they're just rotting it down. There's nothing he can do. She did that ready for the Rogue, but they're just gonna auto attack. He just sat down. Oh no, dude. Oh man, I thought for myself, like maybe Demonology Warlock would be a counter to Rogue. Just because those pets are just deadly. Sarawai gonna be up next as an Evoker. Got himself the Shroud. If he just walks in with a wall and just blasts out Asa, wall, Shroud, he's literally immune to damage. That is going to be another portal for Yasig. I think Sarawai is limited on what they can do. I think they just need to get in there. I think they just need to get in there and do damage. Trying to go for Sleepwalker to Yasim. I think trying to maybe deny him the big Pit Lord, right? He is going to be spawning demons naturally. But eventually the Pit Lord is going to be on ya. Gotta go for a big deep breath. Does get a stun up on all these pets. Try to go for big burst damage to follow. Still got the Shroud. The Pit Lord chasing after you. That thing is scary. Oh my god. Oh, the Pit Lord just got 2 auto attacks in you. And your health is only like, what, 80%? 30% of your health is gone. From 2 attacks of one big Pit Lordy boy. My goodness. Drain by Yasa. Sarawai trying to get those beams of his own around the corner. Big Eternity Surge procs are massive for him as well. Big blast onto Yasa. As long as he keeps it down on him, he'll be okay. Trying to go for a bit of a Link Flame as it is a defensive shield coalesce for Yasa. Big heal for Sarawai, trying to get himself a bit of recovery. Has a mobility, Eternity Surge after. Maybe Drain Life to see if an interrupt for it. Does get a Fire Breath on the Yasa. Disintegrates with a Fire Breath are going to be deadly. That damage together is going to be a lot of sustain, but does rot you down fairly quickly. Stun onto Sarawai. Does he have any outs right now? Maybe in a bit of trouble. Demon Dogger. Oh my god, the Demon Dogger with a stun. Just keeping your pets on him. Letting them whittle him down over time. And then eventually take him down. Yasa is not even playing the Obelisk too, which is something that a lot of Warlocks play. So I feel like he could be at his maximum apex of damage output, but he's playing a slightly different build. I don't know if he's playing Interrupt or... I know he's playing... Most Warlocks have to play like Instacast Demon Doggos. There's no way around it. And then usually you would go Obelisk, maybe Reflect. But it doesn't look like the man's playing Reflect either. So I do wonder what he's playing. Big stun onto Fractal with a Tyrant to follow, just amping up all these pets. That is going to be double Felgar on him too. So that's a lot of pets for him to deal with. With the Demon Doggos too, all of them are going to last a little longer. Fractal trying to see if he can go for a Mass Invis. And looks like without any kind of dot slap by Yasha, those pets do separate away from him. That is one disadvantage of a Demonology Warlock, no dots. But that's a full army of imps barraging at him. Demon Doggos charging out, Felgar still on him, Nova out to follow. But I don't really know if Fractal has an answer here. It's going to be Demon Bolts getting sent in. There's even another set of Demon Doggos trying to go for a bit of drain. Quick volley to follow. Axe toss to interrupt on that arcane stun. Lucky to trinket. It's just going to be over. That Wrathguard, man, he got the shovel. He's just going to be beating this boys over the head with a spade. And he's going to dig 6 feet under and just toss him all over, man. He just out there the Gravekeeper, man. The Graveyard Shift. That's what this read is. Gonna be a big blind onto Yasha. Stun right after. Full final wreck. That's gonna be a burst out of the paladin. Yasha ports away. Does he have a second port to follow? Mortal his stun comes out. Super unfortunate for my man Atha, but does get himself still wings rolling. Massive damage blasted through Yasha. Yasha just trying to see if he can survive at wall. Got himself a big heal and a port right after. And Athaman just needs to find himself maybe a bit of healing. He needs to reconnect with Yasha. He had himself some decent damage too, but without a hand freedom and a pony, that's gonna be rough. Like at that point, like, dude, I feel frustrated watching Paladins play because it's like it's not nothing wrong with Paladins, but it's just like, man, look at this Warlock out in the open. How does a Paladin catch up to him? You know, he just charged out at him. It was a Mortal Coil into an Axe Toss into a Fear, and he just got wings blaring, but he can't really touch him either. There, like, how do you do it? It's gotta be rough for Pallies out there. Stun to Atho has a bubble. Maybe you have to use the immunity of bubble together with full cooldown to like blast somebody out. That may be the play. Bitlord waiting for you. Bitlord waiting to stab them cheeks. Big fire. Oh, Wake of Ashes to stun all the pests. It's actually perfect for Atha. Got himself a lot of damage. Bitlord was denied any kind of pressure. Bubble couldn't break through it into a full Wake of Ashes stun. The Paladin does hard counter the Warlock though. That is an advantage here. Potentially stun Axe Toss onto Athaman. Yassi just trying to see if he can walk away. Athaman maybe has a lay on hands on him. Maybe that could give him a little bit of healing. But at this point, like, he got not a lot. Lay on hands at 52% dampening. Barely breaks a sweat. Barely does anything. Blind. Trying to go for the heal last second. The Imps is fired away. The Imps is the deadliest thing I've ever seen. Oh. And the Wrathguard swinging around the corner. Trying to see if he can put you in the grave. Is it going to be enough though? Can you live it? Yeah, to try to see if you can get an angle versus Athaman. But can he do it though? He's so close to doing it. He's so close. Mortal Coil, Fear. I don't know unless Athaman has himself some kind of a big play. Maybe wings. Maybe he can go for big wings. Kyrian, start healing through all of this. Maybe blast out Yasha. Potentially. Blessing of Protection. It is going to stop some of these pets actually. Maybe. Hold on. Last opportunity. Stun to Yasha. Mad damage. Does he do it right here? We might. Oh, he actually does return. He does make a comeback. Oh my god, this Paladin. Relentless. Fighting tooth and nail through what I think was a matchup that he could not win. Blessing of Protection gave him the opportunity to live for a few seconds longer, as a lot of the pets from Yasha are physical damage. Wrathguard, Demon Dog is all that. Physical damage. Krongs are trying to go for a big Sepsis onto Athaman through the Shield of Vengeance with the Killing Spirit after. Sepsis should be able to bleed him out, as that is an Outlaw World Krongs. I like that set. Looks fantastic. But you get the blazes though too. Wad, right? Kidney shot into Atha has an adaptation for it. Gonna be a chicken for Kongzo. I don't know if Atha survives. There's no way. There's just absolutely no way. Redguard gonna be up next. Blind immediately. Trying to see if he can maybe get a chicken out of Redguard at all. But Kongzo does go for a bit of reset. I don't know if the man got evasion or whatnot. He's gonna have to go for a big go. Reason trap into Kongzo. Does himself a good setup. Cheap shot into Redguard. Try to go for that dance build go. Does he have enough output right now? He needs to do as much damage as possible. Trying to go for those ambushes. Shadow step towards Redguard. That is going to be survival of the fittest. As Krongs got himself plenty of healing. Vanish to follow. Can use that Vanish really aggressively to just stay on top of Redguard and get himself a little bit of healing. At 63% dampening, it's not a lot of healing, but it is enough to keep him afloat. Stun to Krongs up. Does Redguard have enough? Big flank and strike to follow. Grenades, but it's going to be stun turned around by the rogue. Is that going to be enough though? Oh, double ambush. Taking him out. That is a rough one. My goodness. Yasha was dominating the arena until my man Atham walked in. Relentless. Warrior of truth and justice and everything that is good. In the chapels of Azeroth. This man right here. My man. I feel like one match that it was a hard counter for him. These are really fun. Let's go again. This was awesome. Nice comeback. Well done. Yasha, fantastic player. Atha fought to the very end. Dude, this is the duels that I love watching and hosting. This is the stuff that I like. This is what makes the arenas, man. This, chat, I hope you understand why I'm like so picky about the entertainment value of the arenas. When it's a close match, when it's something interesting, when it's something so it's an unwinnable match, and after we make it pass through it, that's it. That's the essence of the arena. That's what I love seeing the most, man. That is what gets me excited. Dude, this is why I'm like, I always side with entertainment value. I get it. I get it. You have a feral walking it. But bro, I played really good. I actually played it so well. You just don't understand. I ran circles around him and I put bleeds on him and AFK'd. That's actually peak feral gameplay. And it's like, I get it. But like, I'm looking for entertainment. Nobody cares about ransom. True, that's part of the class fantasy. That is true. Retribution paladins are slow, wings, and nobody respects their opinion. Rogues, our class fantasy, we're hated by everybody. Warlocks are always also hated. Mages are Blizzard's pet project. Blizzard's love child. They always buff them. They always get the good stuff. Boomies are always complaining about their position even though they're good. That's what the Boomies class fantasy is. Warriors? What is a class fantasy? Actually, I think most warriors are bros. Like, some warriors are kind of aggressive, but most warriors are bros. Honestly. What are you saying? Locks is all. Okay, I'm just saying like most locks. I'm thinking from like PvE, PvP perspective. That changes in PvP though. Not gonna lie. Attacking Victory next to one like GG, see you next year. Hey, let's go, Antho. Hell yeah, man. Ended on a good note, right? I don't blame you. Hey, thank you so much for joining me, man. Yo, happy New Year, Antho. Appreciate you, buddy. Love you. Hunters and Stoners. Yeah, I'm thinking of like Euro. Yeah, most hunters are kind of just like laid back, chill. Some of them are nutty, but yeah, I don't think I've ever really had too much trouble with hunters. Like usually, like hunters have like a old school like thing of like hunt hard, but like I feel like demon hunters maybe I've taken that from them, taken that mantle. Yeah, that by no attack, let's fight. That's all good, George. It's all good, man. But no pet attack and let's fight. That's fine, man. Yeah, happens. Where is Zigzag? Where did go bird? Basically, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've had too many like bad encounters with warriors. They're usually bros. We've had some warriors in the guild that people didn't really like, but they were like maybe like a little oblivious. But they're usually just like they just like big damn. But they were like there was some like social cues and were kind of like oblivious for it. They were just like, I just wanted to big damn. One track behind at times. But you get the best of the worst. Was he put a passive chilling over? Oh no, man, that's unfortunate. Warlock abuse your SMH. Because it's good stuff, pets control damage taken. Dude, yeah, the Wake of Ashes on that Pit Lord was awesome. You needed that. Alright, so Jesus to the team. Johan is he got 3 out of 5 here. I don't know if Abe's got anybody at all. Maybe Johan and Abe can fuse their groups together. So we could have a bit of Johan and a little bit of Abe versus Jesus the team. Because we got to get Kiosko another play. We got to get Johan another play. And I want to get Tagsy in here to get some plays too. Definitely. Radiant Decree. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. One of my for war. Oh, you need one more? Oh. Watch the stream. I want to follow for a while. How could you possibly join your guild? Guild isn't really mine. I just raid there. They always take apps, but it's not something I have much full in ATM. What's up, Drac? Appreciate you, my guy. It's not really my guild, it's a guild that I'm raiding in. And they don't give me special privileges, which I do prefer. I do like it when they give me special privileges like, hey guys, I want to film something. Anybody around for it? Hey, yeah, I'll do it. Cool. Hey, you guys want to do this thing? I want to kind of record it? Yeah, okay. But that's about it. But like when it comes to raiding, I'm just like, you know, fighting from a raid slot like everybody else most of the times. Episode destroy apps and destros, you think so? Demon Hunter? Yeah. You play Demon Hunter, complain about logs, XX, it was Warrior. Demon Hunter is my main though, it's a pally. Yeah, Var hasn't really went full Demon Hunter yet though, man. Don't be giving him like, hey, you Demon Hunter main, you. Nah, I don't think he deserves that yet. Like once he plays Demon Hunter for a bit, you'll start seeing like the changes to personality as he really dives into that class fantasy. And then I feel like maybe he could be doing other jokes. Yeah, Valorant is he's just taking just sipping his toe in, man. He hasn't soaked him in yet. Demon Hunter lack control, eh? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Demon Hunters have no control whatsoever. They're out of control. Okay, so Johan and A both need one more. One is just logged into another character. Okay. So we both need one more. Both groups I think are listed in LFG Raids Legacy, yeah? Yes, they are. So if you guys find the group over in 5V5 1v1 Duels Raids Legacy, Sarah White got a guy swapping over. I don't know where Johan's team is at. Do you guys need help inviting? I feel like maybe Abe and Johan should fuse the groups together. But if you guys need both need a +1, man. Both need a +1. Johan, if you can list the group in Raids Legacy, go ahead. Or if you need me to help you, just toss me an invite and I can do that for you. 1v1 sure, but 1v1 is irrelevant. To some degree, I wish 1v1s were more relevant, but I love doing like the duels here we do. Like that's really fun. I feel like 1v1 is like the bastion of just the pure WoW PvP. That's been around since like day one. Before we had battlegrounds, before we had arenas, there was the 1v1 duels outside of Walgreens and Stormwind, man. And it just turned into a 5v5 1v1 format has been like really fun. Really fun. When the couple tunnel kicks in, I'll play Demon Hunter all day. Dude, one thing that you do as a Demon Hunter, like you're double jumping all the time. Like when you play Demon Hunter, you just space bar. It's gonna get worn out so much because I always double jump with the Demon Hunter. Same with the Evoker, right? When you play Demon Hunter or Evoker for a bit, I just can't help but like double tap on my space bar. I'm like, I feel like I'm not going anywhere. It's so weird. You get used to it again, like normal jumping after a while, very quickly. But like as a Demon Hunter and as a Evoker, you just have so much mobility. It's not even funny. I'm so used to double tapping. So like going to my Rogue and like only one tapping takes a second to adjust, but like you get used to that after a while. PMK strike, Virgin PvP and dancing, yeah, just literally flipping around the boys. I guess they just start pretending classes are getting nerd buffed based on 1v1s. Yeah, definitely. That's something to remember. Yeah, classes hope. I mean, we can only hope for buffs and nerfs, but a lot of them buffs and nerfs are never gonna happen in 1v1s. That's true. That is true. You gotta take your licks with it as they come. You know, in 1v1s, you gotta have counters. You gotta have some classes your class counters and other classes that counter your class, and you just gotta find a way to play around it. I think good play and outplaying the enemy is possible. We've seen it tonight, I think, with some playstyles where it's like, well, normally it's like a hard matchup, but there is like a one thing you can do, one talent maybe you can take that could potentially give you the opportunity, or if the enemy makes a mistake but you don't, that could give you the win too. Hey, how's it going? What's up, Clay? I do, man. I hope you have a good one. Not your 50 solo shuffle. Every game doing Demon Hunter now. The only reason I'm doing well because of the game, it's a Shaman, Warrior, or Hunter. I'm good. that's your target, yeah. One of those guys. Where's the DH? DHs are super tanky though. But I wonder if DHs are going to be like that all of Dragonflight or not. I feel like DHs really came on the come up, you know? As a class that's very like borrowed power reliant. They did such a good job with the talent tree. They gave them all those tools. So they're like just a really good all-rounder. They're not the best for M+, but they're really good. I don't think they're the best in raids either. Like they're not the craziest in single target, but they're generally really good. We know they're good in PvP. Yeah, like let's see if they are like rank 1 or S tier, pushing keys at the high end for 45. I don't think on raids they're generally that high up. Oh, they are. Oh, they are. Are they good on Ernog? They're okay on Ernog. Like they're B tier on Taros, but like a Cleave class. Yeah, so they're basically like same position as Outlaw Rogue. Literally same position as Outlaw Rogue. You wouldn't describe Outlaw Rogue good on everything, right? Dathi is a burst fight. Kurog apparently is an outlaw fight, but it's a 2-target cleave. I think classes do well in just 2 targets specifically are not terrible. Birdkeeper, Frost DK apparently pipes off right now. Jesus Christ, what is that? Raza, yeah, not a lot of likes for Raza. Heroic logs are a little bit different. Like Bloodkeeper Durden is a lot of cleave AoE. Perma Council Terrasol full single target, but like yeah, they're not bad. They're just like kind of like they're at the top end. Top echelon now. Johan is ready. Let's go. So Abe is trying to put a group together. Johan got a group. We will be good together. Spectator match. But I would say Demon Hunter is definitely like best all-rounder. Like if you're trying to play a class, you're like, you know what? I don't want BS. Just give me like what class is good right now. I'd say Demon Hunter is a great melee. Rogue is another fantastic one, but I'd probably say I'd probably recommend Demon Hunter before I'd recommend a Rogue, just slightly. Just because DHs, I think their utility is fantastic. Their kit is awesome. They got a lot of mobility. They're very fun. Great set of defenses. Very straightforward. Good damage output. That's very, very like minimum maintenance. You just gotta press a button. It does damage type of deal. You know? That's how I would do it. But everybody is different. I think Rogue is a fantastic option too. Bro, they nerfed it twice. They keep nerfing it, but they keep doing good. Okay, don't get me wrong. Like, even if they keep... Again, I'm stopped. I'm stopped. Oh, I thought... Oh, I saw... Ready now. Wait, okay. Again? Okay. Well, I can't do hook point, but I can do another arena. What do we do? Lordaeron? Lord Iron? Let's do... I should have done not Lordaeron. I should have done something else. All good. All good, Johan. I'll do Lordaeron. If you decline it, I could probably do like Tiger's Peak or something. They keep nerfing him. Yeah, one more, 4 out of 5. Okay. Jesus needs 1. Johan is good. Let me tell him. Jesus needs 1. Jesus. Team needs +1. There we go. Ned +1. You got nerfed by 30%. That's it. Pretty sure I misread the notes. Well enough to remember. Demon Hunter did get a lot of nerfs though. The nerfed the nerfed Echo by 7% before the season started. The nerfed by 30%, not 70, and it was literally hitting for half someone's HP. It was hitting for a lot of HP, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean during the beta, I do remember it was like really strong. And that's when the season started. The nerfed again Echo and running from CP to 2. Yeah, they did do that for Rogues, didn't they? Get nerfed by 30%. That's it. Most one of the mid-charge thing. That's true. Roger? Okay. Jesus needs 1. Abe needs 1. I want to try to see if we can get Team Jesus against a couple of these boys. How are monk specs in PvP? Really looking for all 3 of them, even Brewmaster. So, Mistweavers got a lot better. Mistweavers got a bit of a kick to them. Mistweavers can punch and kick and do damage and heal a ton down. Mistweavers are extremely aggressive in 2s. Mistweavers are really good. Actually super aggressive monk. They made the fist weaving thing in PvP a thing. It's insane. They actually made it a thing. We need 2. The other guy never came back. That's a good Abe. That's a good my guy. That's all good. 4 out of 5 again. Abe, it may be easier to just join Team Jesus and then Team Johan. You may just be like, alright boys, let's split. Whoever gets join these groups first. Whoever's last is rotten, that kind of deal. What's up, anti-item, my man? Anti-God Eggs, Belgian Horde. Yo, let's get a video, chat. Yo, Jesus, Johan, you got a boy. Do a / invite. Get him in there. Get him in there. I don't know if he can with a cross-faction whatnot, but get him in here. 1900 game solo, Demon Hunter, and got one shot or whisper me. Said playing the actual class. Oh, man. The salt is real, right? Don't take it too personal, though. Reread the notes. Come on, Mers. Wait, so just somebody go back and post them, man. Just go back and post the notes. If you think there's actually something weird in the notes, man, just go post them. Who's this paladin out here? Charina? What's out here fighting guards? Is he dismounted or something? Okay, so it looks like ready. Alright, ready? Alright, Johan, Jesus, I got you boys. I'm gonna get you guys in Tiger's Peak. Oh, the guards are chasing out the pala. Can I take a portal? Or is he just running straight out? Might just be running straight out the door. Hit your button as a leader. Gotcha, boys. Gotcha. We're in. That's some fun, yeah? Frustration, but mainly play FPS games, so it's funny for me a little bit. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's okay. People get salty. I usually try not to take it like personal. Like sometimes maybe like somebody had a really bad day and they just take it out. I try not to be like super like upset about it myself, as whenever I can. Like even sometimes like have somebody pop in the stream chat and just getting super belligerent towards me. I just don't even try to take it personal. I'm like, whoa, what happened to you? Do you have a bad day? Because usually it is, man. Usually it's like, wait, okay, I'm not gonna take it against you. You probably had a bad day. Hope you have a good one. And then like turn around, man. And then turn around. Not everybody, but hey, it's a PvP game, you know. It's gonna bring stuff out of people. Bring the best out of all of us. So Twitch. Dude, double rogue on the team too. Let's see how it goes. Yo, send Taxi out there, man. Yo, Krongzu, can you let Taxi play? I'm just hoping that man. I'm thinking that man may not be able to get a chance to play with you boys out here. Answer God gonna be first up versus Krongzu. Got himself defensive stance versus the rogue. Whoa. What's Makara doing? Wait, is Makara's like, you know what? I want him. I won the rogue. And so I guess this has to back up. You getting confused? Wait, Makara maybe not first? Okay, you know what? Let's just set Makara in there. You know what? Maybe just send Magra answer second. I don't. He's trying to figure out what's going on. Krongs just shot at the pet. That was confusing. Whatever you guys want to do. Whatever you guys want to do. I don't really know. I don't really know. It looked like Magra committed some cooldowns, so maybe he's just to finish it out. I don't really know. Answer, you stick around. You're next. I don't really know. Big Saps is Macro trying to see if he can backpedal a lot of it. Someone tries some of the big army. There's going to be a big kill spree. As Krongs will look at just to split around and just bypass all the offenses, all the defenses of Magara. Just doing little cuts here and there with a big kill spree. Sepsis coursing through his veins is going to do a lot of damage. Got himself big adrenaline rush to the ready. Got himself a little bit of range too with his pistol shot strikes. And it's going to be Answer up next, as the Rogue did burn some cooldown. Stormbolt that should follow. Krongs are choosing not to trinket. Big spear, mad damage, blind. Answer does go for a trinket. Krongs, I don't think I have evasion anymore. It's going to be disarm onto Krongs as well, as long as Answer can keep him next to him. Spear together with all the bursts was quite a lot. Does get Krongs super low. And I think maybe the Seal Disease will roll into Krongs. It does go for a quick ambush on the Answer with the Kidney Shot Raptor. No trinket out of this one. Got himself the Avatar. As long as Answer can keep Krongza nearby, he will be okay. Quick blade rush by Krongza. Try to see if he can get around Answer. Big shadow step as he's trying to see if he can avoid the charges. My goodness, the mobility of Rogue is actually kind of insane. That is crazy. Stormbolt on Krongza. Answer trying to see if he can potentially crack through his defenses. Quick fear onto the Rogue. Does go for a trinket. So there goes a trinket. If maybe Answer can live this long enough, he could potentially use that lack of trinket to take down Krongza. Does go for a big enrage regeneration. Kill spree out for Krongza. As he's just trying to see if he can crack through and answer the defenses. Disarm Raptor, disarm onto Krongza, got himself the pistol shot, looking for a grapple hook, maybe potential reset. Leap by the warrior, got himself weapon thrown at Krongza. Gouge to follow, does have a Zerker Rage, quick charge yet again versus Krongza. Does he have enough damage here? Big steps is already, Stonebolt by Anto. Trying to see if he can fight through this. Ambush back to back for Krongza. Does he have himself a dance build? Oh no, I think that might, was it Sepsis? No, he should have a Sepsis. Big burst, oh! Mad pistol! I didn't even notice those pistols just flying through. My goodness. I was trying to figure out, was it like an ambush? Shadow dance? Or restealth shadow dance? Or ambushes? I don't even know. I'm trying to figure out where those ambushes came from. Alistair going to be up next as an ambush comes out. Get a shot by Krongza. Big double back-to-back ambushes. Mad double burst damage onto Alistair. Instead, he got a half a shell. Krongza got some mad damage on him. Big disarm. That's going to be a gargoyle joining in. Cloak of Shadows for Krongza. Should be able to survive the gargoyle for a little bit longer. Major go for an interrupt on the Garg, honestly, but does go for advantage instead. Army of the Dead still chasing after him. Able to get a couple of ambushes on the base pets. Needs to avoid Alistair and that Valkyrie up above. That is going to just add extra bonus damage. All these pets are actually overwhelming me. Blind onto the death there, but I think it's maybe over. Got some battle message. Can basically be in a bit of trouble though. Krongza needs to find a way to finish it right here, right now, but the man may have nothing left. Cheat death. Oh, cheat death didn't proc. What was a cheat death? I feel like this man just lost a cheat death. Mogdam gonna be up next as an arms warrior trying to see if he can split right through these boys. Finally gets a chance to play trinkets out of that blind. Charges over to Alistair. Spear, Blaze Storm to follow Alistair, hoping to walk out of there really quickly. While Mogdam is dancing around him. Alistair, no help whatsoever. Leap, charge around the corner to get him. Oh, look at that charge. Just zooming right to him. Oh my goodness, it's scooting. With Huge Buttman gonna be up next. Get us a big old traveling mammoth. Knock back to Mogdam. Probably knock back with the root too. He got the Master of the Element, Master of the Shields, where his Lightning Shield is gonna have a knockback effect. His Earth Shield is gonna have a rooting effect. So you can always root out Huge Buttman. So you see him root totem right after too, actually. My goodness, he got roots for days. Huge Buttman can control this guy. Big lava burst, my goodness, the procs of those things are nutty. More lava bursts to follow. Wall by Mogdam. Got himself the dab of the sword. Fear into Huge. Huge has got himself mad blast to follow. Going to be reflect from Mogdam as he got himself the bit of a blaze storm with an avatar for a moment. Haymaker. Stormbolt. So though. No outs for Huge. Does have himself a wall in case he needs to. Trying to go for a bit of Haymaker towards Mogdam. Doesn't really get the procs. Mogdam trying to see if he can back up behind the pillar, but the Flame Shark does run him down. With Dermo going to be up next. Trying to see if he can get himself a proper go versus Huge. Picking up the eyes by accident. Lasso onto Dermo. He could vanish in order to get himself a proper reef. He wanted to knock back into the rogue. Does go for the root though. Are you bald? This man is bald and bald. Doesn't like he has a haircut choice, but also his willing to take risks. Got himself big potential lava burst pressure onto Derma. Mad elemental blast coming through, lava burst coming through with a stun by the earth elemental, freezing the rogue out in the open. It's gonna have to knock him back. As Derma doesn't have any more mobility actually. Wait, this could be bad for Rogue. Let's go for the Shadow Step last second. Does huge button maybe have a stun for Derma? It is gonna be DR'd though. Earthshock right after. Maybe has himself a Cloak of Shadows. Does he want to use it? Try to see if he can kite Derma somewhere out in the open. Vanished by the Rogue. Got himself a bit of a shield as well as a bit of a heal with the Sip pick up to follow him. Huge get hit with a sap. Dermo still has a flame shock on him. Maybe he can get the earth elemental over there to harass the rogue. He's right next to him. Another resap. Flame shock? No flame shock. It does fall off at the last second. Stun onto the earth elemental. Huge Buttman could go for a knockback. Shadow step by the rogue in order to keep the shadow strikes going. Another knockback with the root onto the rogue. Huge Buttman finally able to get himself a bit of damage. Lava burst flying in. Does he get the proc? Earth shock to follow? Trying to go for a bit of a heal with healing surge. Does he get himself the angle versus the rogue? He needs to find a way to like jump up and hit him with maybe frost shock, flame shock, something, anything. The rogue is still out in the open. I don't know if he gets hit by anything at all though. Lava burst flying in. That's what Huge sees himself with some big damage. A big Meteor coming in with a fire elemental. Cloak of Shadows for Dermo. If he can potentially make some damage happen, Huge Button I think could still win this though. Fire elemental still harassing the rogue. Should be able to keep the pressure on him. As long as he keeps the dot on the rogue, he might be okay. The rogue looking for a reset. But Huge Buttman getting out of the blind pretty early on. Does get a dot onto Dermo. He is going to go for a bit of a reset. If Huge Buttman is right in his tail. Oh my goodness. As long as a dot gets the rogue out in the open, maybe Huge can go for a root totem around the corner. Do something. Potentially. Stun for the rogue. Maybe. Trinkets. No. Lasso. Kidney. Does go for a trinket from the kidney. Knocked back on the rogue with a root. Does get him some primordial lava burst. Oh, I think I might just have him. The rogue with no help whatsoever. Trying to see if we can knock him out. Earthshock maybe? Lava burst, cheat death, Earthshock to follow, one more, Frost shock, I think you just have them. Oh, dunking on these rogues, man. Let's go. Doing work, doing work. Do this next? No. My man Taxi. Is it time to shine? Is it your moment? Is this it? Is this where we get to see my man Taxi? That or maybe Jesus doesn't want to fight Huge Buttman. Maybe he's like, you know what? DK is a bit of a hard counter for Shaman. I'm just gonna back up out of it completely. Casual name, good fights. Yeah, I'm liking these, man. These have been excellent this week. These have been so fun to watch and so fun to commentate. Man, I need more coffee. These are great, but my lack of sleep is just killing me. It's gonna be some dots gonna set up. Huge Button is gonna have to find a way to see if he can crack the defenses of an Affliction Warlock. Full dots are up onto Huge. And Taxi has got to be very, very careful with how these dots work. He needs to maintain the ramp on him. Huge can remove the agony and should be controlling the agony. Bored by Taxi trying to avoid the stun totem. And Huge is going to dip behind the pillar, trying to see if he can avoid, get some land inside of Taxi. Taxi with a dark back. Slow totem is going to slow him down quite a bit though. Not much you can really do about it. Just have to maybe get himself a gateway. Huge Button put him out in the open. He needs to be very, very careful with those dots. He needs to find a way just to crack through the defense of Taxi. Taxi has a very sustaining build. Where as long as he puts dots on a Huge, he's going to be fine. He needs to make sure he's interrupting those drains because it's going to be how Taxi recovers health. But Huge, I feel like he can't really be sitting behind the pillar for too long. These dots are just melting ya. Maybe you can drop down a healing totem and go for a bit of healing, but I think you need to be out there, always blasting, and trying to see if you can counter pressure Taxi with your own consistent damage, but you need to be out there lava bursting and lightning bolting with the Stormkeeper, getting those Earth Shocks, Frost Shocks, and trying to control the Shaman. Maybe using Grounding Totem for some of those dots. I understand it's like a tight spot, but I feel like you're just gonna melt the dots eventually. Right? Taxi just seems like a line of sight for you just a second. Put your full dots on you, and you're done. Eventually drop. Gonna be full dots on a Huge. Got him some big procs. Potentially is that Ascendance? That is a big Ascendance. Just needs even more procs. Big Earthshock putting Taxi out in the open. Mad Lava Burst to follow. Interrupt them right after. Big Earthshock. More Lava Burst flying in. Actually doing quite a bit of damage. Trying to see if he can go for a bit of mobility while trying to go for an angle versus Taxi. Shadow Fury around the corner. Does stun him up. Huge Button does have a wall for this and could potentially go for a bit of recovery. Needs to get back in there. Sky Fury coming back up, but the dots have gotten ramped up. The dots are going to be ramped up and even more contagious. They're going to be a little bit more deadly. He got himself a little bit of healing. He is healing through the dots. Barely. But he is healing. Taxi has himself wall, has himself the dark layer, everything rooted out in the open. Wants to go for a big overseas. Butman could port right next to him. And Huge setting up a stun totem just in case. I think Taxi maybe is going to wait until Huge Butman stops the play, starts casting heal. And maybe that's where Taxi is going for a big port. With a solo. Maybe. Trying to go for a pet, but it's going to be like the last out of Huge Buttman. Dark back for Taxi. That's one batch of defensive that he has that he can use regularly. Slow into Huge. There's going to be some lava burst set up. That's Huge. Get himself the proc. Mad damage on the Taxi. Taxi trying to go see if he can drain some health back from Huge, but Huge got some big pressure on him. The lava burst didn't work. This is what Taxi wants to put dots on him and let them rot. But Taxi's on the back foot. May just have to go for a wall here. Blocked out in the open. Lava burst. Oh my god. Huge butt, man. This man is insane. He's just trucking him. He's trucking these boys. And Jesus walking in. There's no way. I feel like Huge Button used to just be like, you know what? I embrace death. I've done good. He wants to keep fighting. He's a warrior, man. He's just somebody in that cool Tyrion bod, man. Just somebody in that cool Tyrion belly that doesn't let him give up. He wants to keep fighting. He wants to fight until the very last one. Created that wall for Christ, played like a bocce. Taxi, you did just fine, man. You had a reason why you waited out with that wall. You had a reason for it, man. It was one of those gambles you had to take, man. You have to take gambles. Sometimes you make a play and it doesn't pan out. Sometimes you make a play and it has a big payoff. Huge without Earth Elemental, light and lasso into Jesus, trying to see if he can knock the pets back. Has a wall, maybe could use the wall for some of the survivability. Definitely needs to get some dots. Frost Shock or knockback onto Jesus. Try to go for a bit of recovery. Maybe that gives him an opportunity here. Barely any healing and 59% dampening though. Barely any. As the man is just trying to get himself some recovery. Oh my goodness, man. So far, this has been a hell of a match. Grip back onto Huge. Try to see if he can break away from Jesus. Got himself full Army of the Dead, spawning and crawling out of the ground. Slowly approaching towards Huge Butt, man. Man got himself a stun onto all these pets. Looking for a bit of healing around the corner. Trying to see if he can break away from Jesus. He just needs to break away. Maybe get a bunch of lava burst procs. Full Army of the Dead chasing after him. May have to go for a wall here. Just using the Ghost Wolf healing in order to give him some percentage healing. Jesus with the AMS. Wait a second. Maybe gives Huge Button a play. Maybe let him break through. Wall right now. If he gets enough procs, maybe he can make something work. Big grippy hand though. I don't really know if it can do much at this point. Maybe a bit of rough spot. Try to see if he can get some Earth Shocks in there. Lava burst to follow. Oh, Jesus was actually getting kind of low. Jesus was actually getting kind of low versus him. Cries bad, just I think trying to see if he can get himself a better angle versus Jesus. Just want to make sure there's no way he loses this one at all. As Jesus getting hit with a second CC immediately. Lynchborn's out of it. Yeah, Crisbad is like, you know what? Maybe Crisbad just wants to make sure he gets himself the most guaranteed burst. I don't think he loses to Jesus at all. I think he literally just walk at him, throw a couple of conflags, a couple of shut-up burns. Yeah. Only Quebec yesterday was gone for Christmas, playing like a mega bot. Oh, good Taxi. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. You're great, Taxi. You're awesome, man. Don't worry about it at all. You play great. Gotta shake up that rust a little, but that's nothing against you at all. Everybody gets rusty. I'm just permanently rusty. Let's be honest. Mortal Kombat Jesus got no health. Dome. There's just nothing he can do. 70% dampening. Got the army. Dark Pack Wall. There's nothing he can do. Unless somehow Crisbad just dies to this army of undead. They are breaking through his defenses little by little. Got him some mobility looking to get escape, but Jesus is over there with an Infernal. AMS at the ready, but that Infernal got a bit of physical damage. There's going to be a succubus around the corner too. Crisbad just sees an angle. I don't know if you can live this. I think it's just over. I think it's been over. Oh my goodness. Unless you got some kind of CC gripping him in. Yeah, it's been over. How many did you... Yo, Huge. 2 back-to-back. Let's go. Krongsu, also pretty good. Krongsu had a weird start at the very beginning. It was a death that and a warrior charge. I was like, huh? Did well though. Did well going from one to the next. If we got teams, boys, let's get another one going in. Let's get another one for the night. What the hell is this? That is what the hell is this? Why is a naked Nightborn? Oh. Weird. Weird. Okay. I guess that's happening. Argent down for you, boys. Argent down for you. DFEU. Hey, playing as it's a personal flame, bro. I feel you on that one. I flame myself all the time. I flame myself all the time, dude. Even with a game like where, let's say I get just thrown in like a corner, I got no trinket, and the healer just gets like absolutely rampaged by Windwalker, but the healer didn't plus bark skin, right? It's like I'm like, man, maybe I could have done something. Maybe I could have done something. Like, honestly, that's my first thought process. Is I could have probably done something. Ready? Awesome. Johan, Abe, let me know if you guys are ready, or if you guys got a team, or if we're done for the night. It is New Year's, man. I'm glad I get to do this game before the New Year's really hit. For you EU boys. Isn't it like literally tonight, or is it tomorrow already? No, it's like 12... 2. So it is... tonight, technically, if you are in this time zone of 1:27 a.m., then yes, it is tonight. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm really bad at the whole time zones and the clocks and all that. Because for me, it's still Friday. You know what I mean? So it gets confusing. And hell, in my mind, I know it's like it's like technically like when it's 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., it's already like the next day. But in my mind, it's not really the next day until the sun comes up. So in my mind, like I get it technically, but like no matter how often you tell me that, it's just I'm so hard stuck and convinced that it's like we're not there yet. You know what I mean? It's not the next day yet. Any groups can queue into him? I think so. Johan, Abe, I don't know if you guys got one. Right now it's 31st of December 2022. Yes, technically by the yes, it is. Yeah, I was just kind of getting confused a little bit because time zones. Because there's like a pretty big gap. Like my local time is about what 7:27 p.m. You guys like 1:28 a.m. So it's like a what 5 hours, 6 hours. It's a pretty big time zone difference. Next night is 2023. Yep. Forgot to tell you, I got the top 0.1% to Destiny 2 players. Nice, man. Let's go. Amori and Dren are looking for more. Yo, Abe, do we have a group? Yo, do we have a group? Or if you guys are done, let me know. Write me if you're done. I'll give you guys like 5 minutes. We'll hang out here for 5. If I don't get anything from Johan or Abe, just whisper me in reality. Like, yo, looking, or we got a group, or group fell apart, or anything. Because Jesus is ready. He has a group. I don't have a group anymore. Okay, so Abe doesn't have one. Johan got 4 out of 5. Want to go again. Johan, if you can invite Amori Drenor, see if you can invite me. I can get one more for you boys. I can suggest Amori into the group. That or yeah. Ah. Okay, we're gonna convert to raid. Invite Amori. Invite Amori and join the group. Okay, cool. Then we delist. Yo, Dal, what's up, Anto? Okay, cool. Got you boys. So Jesus versus Johan. I gotta get you guys in the arena. I guess with a hook point because we never got the hook point, right? Let's go to the hook point. To the point where we hook. Yo, do you guys want to get Taxi in first? I don't know how you want to do your groups or whatever, but like if you want to give Taxi an opportunity to play without high dampening so you can rotate cooldowns and stuff, you're more than welcome to, because this could be the last one for the night. We'll see. Not saying it's the last one for the night. We've been doing a lot of these for a long time now. We've been like 5V5 1V1 DUELS have really been popping recently. But yeah, don't know if we're gonna be doing more or not, but if we'll see how the groups are. Even down chatting before. What's up, Dan? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one, my man. How you doing? Hope you're having a good one. I'm doing fantastic, dude. The duels tonight have been awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to show you guys some of the cries of bad bursts. This man right here, cries bad on the Destro. Ooh, absolutely dominating out here. Rolled one. Maybe you guys should do like a low roll goes first type of deal. Just roll like one game. Potentially, yeah. My God. Alrighty, boys. I don't know if I saved that one. I'm just gonna hold it here. I want to make sure I save all of my audio. I am like that every week, huh? Switch. We got us a team one together with Alistair on that team in the back, and Maury in the background as a sub rogue. We got us as Anto God gonna be first up on that team. Christ bad in the back with huge butt man still running the festive attire. With Taxi gonna be first up over for the team two. The team two did let him go in case this is the last game. I don't know if we'll do more. Maybe. Well, for the night at least. Yo, that stab, by the way, that's the agility stab, isn't it? That actually looks kind of wicked. Gonna be Anto taking a lot of dot damage right now. So far, Taxi just like got dots on him once and then just AFK'd. And Anto right now is literally at half health, walking into this duel already a little bit in shambles right now. Stunned onto Taxi, trying to find an angle to charge back to him. Is going to be able to go for a board, just try to stay away from the warrior. Fully slowed, fully dotted, just letting the man rot for a little bit. Anto does get a bit of health recovery. I think burning the Warlock Hellstone, but needs to find a good angle versus Taxi. Taxi did just burn his board, but he's standing right next to the gateway, so it could be one of those situations where you leap over or charge over, and then he just gates out. Answer does gotta dip out on health though. That Warlock Hellstone didn't cover him for long at all. Fear onto Taxi, Stormbolt right after. Answer looking for a bit of recovery. Got him some big defenses, looking to get aggressive as well. Bloodbath, Bloodthirst are gonna be very, very powerful and leech a ton of health, while also chipping away through Taxi's defenses. big bleeds are up onto the Warlock, it's going to ramp up those dots yet again. You got to get on top of the Warlock, staying on him, because those dots are just going to tick you out. Taxi, more to call onto Anto. I don't know if you could have reflected it. Going to be a quick charge. Taxi does try to see if he can potentially juke out a kick. Going to be more dots loaded up on Anto. Trying to go for a soul rod from it. This is big damage. Maybe execute. Oh my god, Anto just melting. Nothing you can do. Once you get the dots in, once they set over the edge, it's over. That is a rough one, man. Affliction Warlocks just drain these boys. We haven't seen Affliction Warlock in a while tonight, actually. Or in a while in this duel since like beta. Gonna be Taxi versus the full might of the unholy army of Alistair, summoning up the Gargoyle, summoning up the A-Bomb, the Dark Transformation. Taxi may just want to be a man on a run. May just want to put some dots on Alistair and just run out of there. That or Soul Rod all these pets, cast in circle, got himself a big heal, Soul Rod off of all these pets, could go for a big drain, massive recovery. This man is just going full health, just draining the health of the pets while also bursting down Alistair in the process. That was a Warlock Hellstone used too. I think a Soul Burn Warlock Hellstone. So it is a lot of recovery he had to do. But he literally just countered the full entire pet army with a massive drain. Dude, mass drains back in Pandora. That's what it reminded me of. Back in MOP. Or what was it? Mass drains? You remember those? It's basically this ability. Basically, Soul Rod does get a juke versus Alistair. And it's going to let him set up a hunt. Trying to go for a bit of a port. Oh, dots running down Alistair. Quick drain. Does get him super low. Could go for the execute. Stone onto Taxi. Alistair with a big death pack does give him a little bit more health, but it is an necrotics amount, so he can't really heal, but it does give him a big bolster of health, at least a bit of a buffer to deal with some of the dots. So Taxi, full dots on the pets, full dots on Alistair, AMS helping him absorb some of the damage, quick interrupt on the Taxi, but the man should be free to cast. Dots is still ramping through Alistair, just rampaging through his unholy body, man. The guy's just mastered diseases and dots, but corruptions, the agony, the afflictions, I mean, it's just a whole nother playing field. Alistair doesn't really, he does play into that necromantic dot gameplay, but doesn't tap into it as heavily as Taxi. Blind onto the Warlock as he got himself a drain off of the big boy, able to keep himself alive as Alistair's just melting in the background. Maybe Spell Warning can help him. He got himself a pretty big class kind of counters magic damage, but like these dots I think just gonna have you. The Spell Warden is actually being given quite a lot of procs and is absorbing a lot of that magic damage. And that AMS is gonna help him a ton. Taxi just needs to find himself a little bit of time until both of the shields are gone. And then maybe juke a kick out of Alistair, but the dots are gone, the shields are gone. I think the dots are still on him. Wait, hold on, dots are still on. Gonna be a quick kick on the shadow, but the on nature, but the shadow cast still goes through with a quick soul rod into Alistair. The man is doing everything he can to survive. Everything. The Spell Warden is giving him a lot of procs, man. Lots of shields. Just getting super lucky on those, because they do absorb magic damage completely. Taxi, full dots on Alistair, just needs a little bit more, just a little bit longer drain, maybe get him low enough. That drain may get him low enough. Trying to go for a hunt to the main pet at that point. Actually, going on the hunt to the main pet might not be a bad idea, because I think you may be playing a build. As long as a hunt is out, your dots are 20% more impactful. And I think that's exactly what he's doing. He got the hunt on the main pet, Alistair's just paying the price. He's not even getting touched by Taxi, but it's actually just destroying him from distance. Taxi got to get a kill pretty quickly here, because he's getting to that 4-minute dampening. You got to get a kill onto Alistair pretty early on. Alistair's still rotted. Does he just die? Spell Warden? Spell Warden, man. That just keeps saving him. Every time he's super low, Spell Warden just procs. Down into Taxi. I don't know if he could go for a port or not. IBF, mad heal for Alistair. Got himself the death pack that's going to give him a little bit of health to work with. Big heal with a portion of that health necrotic out. Gonna be a, what is it? A Dark Pact for Taxi. Got shields of his own. Big Soul Rod onto all the pets. Try to see if we can hit Alistair with it as well. There's going to be lots of health recovery. Dark Glare as well. Drain full. Is going to be able to live this army. Hunt onto Alistair. Hopefully all the dots are on him. Needs to make sure he's rampaging all those dots as best as he can. More to call us into Alistair. Drain Soul right after he does have the execute. I think it's over. There's no way, man. Man, that was a long one. The death lasted for a while, man. Melted, yeah, but lasted for such a long time. Huge Buttman is given an opportunity to take the game into a bit of dampening. So Taxi, that's not really going to be that great because he's limited on the amount of healing he can do. For Huge, he does play into heal build, but I think it actually hurts Taxi a bit more because Taxi's healing is limited. Huge can just kind of like put a Ghost Wolf and start healing behind the pillow, at least get some kind of recovery. Taxi needs to make a play at some point with Huge because we know Huge got lots of sustained damage. Taxi has good sustain and rotting pressure, but Huge Button, if he gets on top of him with Lava Burst and keeps pelting you, it will overpower you. His sustain is a little bit stronger than yours. Taxi needs to maintain the dots, needs to find a way to get a good interrupt onto Huge, maybe a good CC chain with a Mortal Coil stun to follow him, and try to see if you can deal with the grounding, which I think actually the grounding did absorb the Monocle. Trying to get interrupted by Huge Buttman is going to be able to juke it out. Taxi able to go for a big drain that's going to give him a lot of recovery. It's Dark Back right after. Huge does get him so big ascendance wants to continue the pressure, but Taxi is going to be right on him, not let him go anywhere. The Incubus does join in to slow down Huge Buttman just a little bit. It is potentially you're going to be able to use that Incubus seduction in order to pull him out away from a pillar. Earth Elemental joins in, so Huge Buttman could use the Earth Element's LA stun in order to deal with Huge. But for Taxi, that gives him a new target to haunt. He doesn't even need to have a haunt onto Huge. He just put a haunt on the Earth Elemental, keep the big dots onto Huge Buttman, and let those dots ramp up. And that's something you definitely should be doing. Take advantage of the fact that you can just ramp up your dots by 20%. Definitely wants to keep the haunt on the Huge if you can, because it's going to be even more damage. But even putting the pet, having a hunt out on the main pet is going to apply the 20% dot damage towards Huge either way. Huge with a big Earth Shock, big Lava Burst, doing a lot of damage. Tags it with a big cast of Drain Soul with his casted, oh my god, the casted circle. Exactly what it needed. Haunt on the main pet, full dots on the Huge, 20% more damage just because the hunt exists. So ramp up those dots so they tick him more often, and that's how you pressure him. Had to go for some burst. He had to kind of go for a little bit of burst, a little bit sustain. But Kreisbet is going to be up next. Tags' real challenges right here. Drained. Not really a lot of offensives available. Every defensive is at the ready, though, may not have a trinket. And Kreisbet is going to be the real challenge they needed. We'll see. Tags has been out for a while. A little bit of rust. Trying to shake it off. Kreisbet is going to be the man to break the rest of the rust, I imagine. Especially if you play it super well. Swap it to a Fellow Hunter. Not playing the Sacrifice build this time. I feel like Sacrifice build may be better, like maybe having a pet out so you can kick Kreisbet, sacrifice the pet, and then use the kick. Maybe that could be useful. But I think you'll just need to have raw damage versus Kreisbet. I think you need to rot him down, put a hunt on the main pet. I think you'll have a pretty easy time to do it too. Full dots on the Kreisbet. Wait, Taxi, did he sacrifice the pet? He did sacrifice the pet. If you could put the hunt on the main pet, that'd be fantastic. Does get a kick out of it. This is pretty good. He has to make sure maintain all the dots on the Kreisbet. Kreisbet does use the port and try to use the mobility to catch up to Taxi. Taxi uses the port of his own in order to make sure he gets the better angle. Kreisbet, Mortal Ascent and Taxi, but it's going to put him in a good spot with a wall. Oh, that's super unfortunate. Mortal and Kreisbet gets hit with a fear, does break out of it immediately. Soul Rod versus Kreisbet does have a reflect in case it was to deny Taxi any kind of damage. Taxi just ramps up all his bursts. Kreisbet is melting right now. He's not in a great spot. Interrupted him on fear for just a second. Kreisbet is a tough spot. Actually, full drain. Kreisbet. Oh! Taxi! Oh my god, this man is just getting back into the swing of things. With a Mori, not gonna let him go anywhere. Big Shadow Strikes. You know what? That's about as good as it could go. Man walking out from a vacation. Fully rusty. Rusted. But still got those boys completely dusted. Well done. Amori using the Shadow Strike on the pillar, on the banner to actually reposition away from the Warrior. That's very well done. Mogdem charging on. Oh, Mori had no health whatsoever. Blind. Oh, how are you alive? How are you alive? The man just almost took you down with a charge. Your health is so low. Somebody could sneeze in your direction and you just die. Oh my god. Stormbolt. Ah, trinkets. Ah, where's the execute? Where did the execute go? I saw the swing. I should have completed animation. What is going on? Oh my god. Oh no. Amori Shadow striking towards Mogdem. He knows there's no more trinket at the ready. Does Amori have enough? He has evasion. Fear could be pretty deadly. Does Mogdem have one? Disarm? Maybe disarm the rogue? May need to. Fear. If you got a Stormbolt, my guy, I think you just ended. Do you have it? Oh, charge. Oh, she does. Oh my god. I was going to say for a second, if Mogdem didn't get that win, I would have been so sad for him. He does earn it, though. Man, chase up the rogue. Gonna solo a couple of times. Tags is back, boys. Look at that healing. What is that? I guess he did heal from like a full army of the dead, so he's going to be like inflated as hell. But man, look at that heal. Your drain is crazy. Yeah, I'm kind of drain, life drain, soul drain, big execute out of that. It's interesting how Warlocks are playing into that playstyle. Actually channeling and draining balance. Our Warlocks in good place. They're pretty decent. We don't see a lot of afflictions in the duels and PvP in general. They can be good. See, their raid boss is broken AF. It's a joke. Oh no. Let's get another one if you have a group, boys. Yeah. If you guys are done, you guys are done. Don't worry about me, man. But if you guys got a group and you want to keep playing, I'm down. This has been so fun. Jesus. Dude, can duels be like this every single night? Just this exciting every single time? Just absolute blasters? You guys are insane. This is so fun. This is really, really fun. How we doing, boys? Jesus, Johan, let me know. Are you guys still looking? Are you guys ready to play? Or are you guys kind of winding down for the night? Because we had a bunch of hella good games, man. Time to level that outlaw. Hey, Saban, might not be a bad idea. I don't know. They still haven't commented at all about the combat assembly. Like, is it fine to level like this? Because that's a really fast leveling, man. 4 out of 5 in queue. Jesus, 4 out of 5. Let's give you guys like 5 minutes. If we don't get like a 5-man group in both of you, we'll call it. But they are groups in queue, boys. I want to give you all a chance to play. If you guys want to join in and play 5v5 1v1 DUELS, we have a groups listed. I think it rates Legacy. Shadowlands? Yeah, so we have one right here. Sepulchre with Amori, Kreisberg, and Johan. And there's one in custom PvP, I think for Alliance only with Jesus. I think it's in custom PvP. But yeah, or if you have Jesus added in Real ID, you maybe can like be like, yo, pass me an invite. But yeah. Apparently you can through 60 to 70 in Wrath of Lich King in under 6 hours on my yum. 60 to 80 in Wrath? Like, what do you do in Wrath? Is it just like the fastest method with like doing quests and dungeons? Maybe dungeon grinding? Is that what it is? Or is it like, wait. I mean, that seems quick, Jake, compared to like how long it takes to level in Wrath or Classic normally. Are you leveling Wrath right now? I want to give Wrath a go again at some point, but I'm gonna try a full Sunwell Gear lock. Go for it, yeah, man. Give it a go. I got way too many characters I gotta level on live, man. I also doing professions. I started getting into enchanting. It's pretty lucrative. I've been enjoying it a lot. I'm also trying to see if I can get myself a better helm, rank 5 cowl, hopefully. Me and my crafter, I mean, he's like, yo, okay, 5k for rerolls. I'm like, alright. Alright. I'm just gonna get the prices for the scales. And I need some fire, rousing fire, which is not super difficult to get. I freed myself from needing to level on live. Yeah, you actually did a bunch of leveling. That's crazy. I still want to do a bunch of leveling, but I'm like, I'm spending a lot of time like on my alts, like actually gearing them. Priest, I still need another Mythic Plus for the week in order to get my weekly heroic box. See what I get out of that one. 8 out of 13 on the weekly. It's been a slogfest to do. 8 out of 13. Yeah. That's a lot, man. That's a lot for the weekly. Doing Mythic Zeros is fine. I usually do like lower Mythic Pluses just because you can get loot out of them. I feel like that's honestly better. Mythic Zeros are really, really quick in those groups, but like a Mythic Plus, it's like 2 birds with 1 stone, right? Run 4 Mythic Pluses that are low level on like an alt or whatever. Maybe you'll get some decent items of like 380, 390 even item level-ish. 379s even, like whatever you can get out of that. Because on Mythic Zero, they don't really proc. Or they don't really can't get any higher. So that's what I've been doing. It's been fun. I ran the other one on a Shadow Priest. I actually kind of like Priest. I don't do a lot of good damage because I don't have gear, but like the playstyle really doesn't feel that bad. I wonder if there's other builds though, but I'm playing like a build with random mic spikes, and it's like, it is a lot of stuff. It is kind of like complicated, convoluted, but right now like somebody figured out the APL for it. It's like, hey, put your dots on things, and then you have Mind Blast, you have your Execute with Shadow Word Death. Use those inside of like with your Mindbender on cooldown. Line up PI together with Void Eruption. Just Void Ball on cooldown. Outside of that, if you have Mind Spike procs, use them. And use every other ability. And when you can't use any other ability, just press Mind Steer as a filler. So it's like really, really simple, straightforward. Like that's pretty easy to follow. I'm basically like, oh, what's off cooldown? Okay. Then just press it. And you just sear outside of that. And just play Misery. I actually decided to like, normally I have like, the way I do my keybinds, I usually have like VT over here and Misery and like Shadow Pain over here. But since I'm running Misery, I'm just like, you know what if I just remove the keybind for VT or Shadow Pain and just keep Misery? Because I don't really need Pain, do I? Not really. Before man, you read Russian name so well? Originally Russia, but I'm rusty, man. Russian's been really rusty. If you got a thumbnail title, please. This Santa just hit the beat boss for presents. I will think about it, sub dude. I was thinking more because titling the video is kind of important too. Like if I usually title it like has to do something WoW related. I used to do like really random obscure titles, but the videos won't really do well. But what I could do is I could maybe do a thumbnail of your character holding a big old meatball How did that sound? Maybe like a big old flaming meatball. Like literally find a picture of like a Swedish meatball and then coat it with a fire effect. I'd be down to do that. Maybe get some sauce on your Santa suit. I can maybe do something like that. I was gonna highlight the because the fire build really, the sentence, man, they popped off. Amazing. Yeah, that'd be great. Hopefully I remember to do so. This is a Swedish meatball. Yeah, I was just gonna Google Swedish meatballs and find the best picture, find the most high-res picture, highlight it and find it. Put some spaghetti too. I was gonna add like some spaghetti sauce, like splotches of spaghetti sauce on your jacket. Do a shaman holding a plate of pasta and lava meatballs on top. I mean, that wouldn't be that bad idea too. A plate with like spaghetti and meatballs. That's not a bad idea actually. I could probably do that. I was gonna say just him just like hold like a shaman animation, but then just holding a big old meatball. But I could maybe do like a plate with spaghetti and meatballs on there that's on fire. I could do that. I think it'd be pretty easy. I'll take personal requests like that. I need to figure out like what kind of, because armory doesn't work, so I'll need to figure out like what kind of items you use for your armory. But I'm sure I'll be able to like find like a WoW head outfit and make something pretty close to what you're wearing. Will BM Hunter get a buff? Do they need a buff? Are they behind? Because I know they get a lot better once you get the bow and your full tier set from the raid. But maybe. That'd be funny AF. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm down to this personal quest like that. That'd be cool. Are we done, ski boys? I think about 5 minutes have passed. How are the groups doing, man? Johan, Jesus, do we still have a +1 that you guys need? Because if we don't have groups filled, we can just call it. We have a lot of good games tonight, man. And there's going to be more next year, too. Hopefully, we'll get even more class updates as well. I'll be very, very happy to see more class updates. For the quarter 5 still. Yeah, we can call it here, boys. We can call it here. I'm so dumb. I let myself broken classics that I have no plan to lock. No. Wait, don't you have gold in like an alt or something you can transfer? Or is it like that one, you basically just like spend all your gold? No. Or do you like give it away? Oh no. Alrighty, boys. We'll call it here, man. It's that time of the night. Yo, happy New Year, EU boys. Tomorrow we're doing the duels over for the team NA. Try to see if we can get some games before the next year, man. And then we'll be back to regular. I think Sunday is probably gonna date. I'll see if I stream Sunday. I would like to actually stream Sunday. Streaming Thursday was kind of fun. I'll leave. All good, Jesus. We'll call it here. Boys, happy New Year to all of you EU boys. I don't know if I'll be able to see a lot of you guys tomorrow, but happy New Year if I don't get to talk to you guys. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for a glorious year. And hopefully the year 2023, man, will be insane. Expansion off to an excellent start. Had a lot of fun with it. We got big stuff in the pipeline. Hopefully the updates are regular after the holiday break and all that. Hopefully we'll see the 10.05 sometime soon. 10.07, 10.1. You know what I mean? I'm excited, man. Thank you, boys. We had a fantastic year. We had a year of part of it was Shadowlands on the out. And then Dragonflight really has been the highlight so far. Let's have an excellent next year, yeah? Я так понимаю, на русский подписчиков наплевать. Что? Я так понимаю, на русский подписчиков наплевать. Почему? Когда я сказал? Что это? Что случилось? У нас все русские здесь есть. Что? Basically said, from what I understand, F Russians, right? Like what? I never said that. Huh? Says who? What the? And I had to be like, what? Basically in Russian. Yeah. Glad to be back, Dala. Glad to have you back, Taxi. Yeah, man. I don't know what that comes out of. Я не знаю, что ты говоришь. Спроси других русских в чате. У нас прекрасная комьюнити здесь. Спроси их. Я не знаю, откуда это. Кто тебе сказал? Я понимаю. Which you guys like 1v5? All good, my man. You know what? You got the rust off of you. And that's a rogue at the end too. Like, what are you gonna do, right? Sub-rogue secret technique when you're just spent. Honestly, man. But it is what it is. You did fantastic, man. Give yourself more credit. You walked up into Kreisbad and you blasted him. You did so much rod damage the entire game. It is incredible. Into high dampening too. Dude, that was insanely good. You did great, man. Boys, You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I'll see all of you boys in the tomorrow stream. Be here tomorrow if you're not celebrating out for New Year's. Or if you are, pop in, watch the NA boys, watch your homies, hang out with a boy. I'll see you guys on next stream. Alrighty boys, peace.
I know.